Yes. Before I get going, man, guys, remember to like the video, share the video. Yeah, man, we got so much to chop up today, man. Hey, listen, I can't do it on my own though, man. Hey, I've tried to assemble as much of the Avengers as I possibly can, and some side characters as well. You know what I mean? That's helping out on the stream today. Nah, Sav, don't laugh. Let me introduce Sav first. Sav, big up, bro.
That's so rude. Man said the side agents are shield and that, but the ones who don't get talking part. Bro.
Nah, the man didn't get little credit scenes and that. You know, at the end when they're like, on the next episode, that's what they get.
Hey, man. So good, man. I'm good. You know what I mean? Nazium and that, bro. Question anyone who believes in flat earth and that, just explain the eclipse to me and I'll shut up. Safe. Carry on.
So you went and caused trouble and now you want... Okay, I see what you're doing.
Just simple science on it, but hey, if I speak in it.
Nah, I don't like what you're doing, bro. I just don't like what you're doing. I just don't like what you're doing. I don't understand why you have to start this early about the flat earth stuff.
I'll just ask the question.
I heard do you know how many digs I've seen you throwing in the last month? There was even one conversation we was having about football, brother, and you just threw in, yeah, man, these men with their flat earth. I'm like, yo, what does that have to do with the whole question? I see what you're doing, bro. It's all right, man. It's all right. It's fine. It's fine. Let's get G Zabiri in the building. Zabiri, big up, bro.
Big up, man. What you saying? Everything's good over here, man. Dog's looking great. You know what I'm saying? First furring in that, teeth in that. You know what I mean? Everything's good, bro. There's no losing weight. Hey, it's looking good, bro.
Nah. I hear it, bro. I can't even drink the tea. And Sam, when I was making my cup of tea, bro, you was winding me up because I didn't know what cup to put it in. I'm like, should I just put it in that? I'm like, nah, bro. G in the building.
Why are your cups so big, blood?
Because I'm a tool guy. What do you want me to do, bro? Like drink out small cups, like you swinging, you man that sit on chairs and swing your legs, bro. What do you want me to do?
Bro, you're acting like your head's tall, bro. It's still a drink.
Nah, you know what it is? These men want you to get the little saucer cups where it automatically make your pinky go up because there's no.
Oh, the little pinky just come out.
Yeah, one of them joints, bro.
That's proper etiquette, bro. Putting your pinky out, you pussy-holes, blood. You peasants, bro.
I don't even understand why you do that.
Exactly, bro. Why do we need to do that?
Hey, man, listen, there's a class level in it, so.
Oh, sorry. So the ones at the top, the people at the top are out here putting their pinkies out while they drink tea.
Level. G, there's a class level, man. G, big up to you, man. What are you telling me?
Big up, man. I'm good, man. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up. Some football, you know what I mean? See what everyone's saying. You know, big up everyone in the chat. Make sure you're smashing the like. If you think Ends is savage, Zabiri is chatting shit, make sure you smash the dislike. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you do your thing, man.
Wait, G, did you say that because man call you a side character? Why did you?
Hey, no. He's an Avenger, bro. What we doing?
That's kind of deep. He didn't even say G's name, so you.
Exactly, bro. Whoa.
Well, listen, Hawkeye always has to have his scenes too. So, you know, the reality is that if that's what Zabiri feels, that's what Zabiri feels. You know.
Okay. Let's get Harris.
Hawkeye had his own program, bro. So he's a bad boy still.
Yeah, true. Yeah, very, very true. Very, very true.
Harris, big up, bro. Welcome to the stream as well.
Yeah, guys, smash the like button. Ends doing this thing on stream. Yeah, building. And yeah, keep the likes coming and subscribe.
Wait, Harris, what Avenger are you, blood?
I'll take 4.
Dickheads.
You said 4, yeah. Just you know what I'm saying? Man can't just move up to 4. I don't wear like that, bro.
Harris, bro. Man, Harris, you've got 2 lines in the movie, bro. You can't be picking 4, bro.
Nah, you gotta be. I don't even know. Like
you have to be wasp or something. Blood.
Yeah, something like that. Like wasp. Yeah.
You know the man that just turned up now and then, bro, for a little portal and then disappeared. Like you got 4. Jesus Christ. All right, fair enough, man. It is what it is. But listen, man, we're here to talk about Liverpool, man. I feel like obviously we didn't get to do the calling, didn't obviously speak about the game after. I haven't seen what you guys have been saying, to be fair, online. I did tune into a tiny bit. I'm not gonna lie, I did tune in for a tiny bit to what's the man them saying at Quazzy's over at Quazzy's channel. I see obviously over there, but I logged off because I was mad busy. So I don't even think I even heard the words. No, when you click on it, I smashed the like. And then I thought I'll play it in the background while I'm doing what I'm doing. And then I realized I tuned out. So didn't hear what you guys had to say, man. But yeah, let's start there, man. Let's start there.
Give me 2 seconds,
Cool. She's coming back. She said she's got a little delivery, mates. Little delivery popped in. Liverpool 1, Palace 0. As Zabiri say, I need to check the temperature of the fan base, man. What's everyone's thinking? You know, was there anything we did right, wrong? Performances, underperformances, another clean sheet. Stav, what are you saying, bro? Whoever, really, open it up, man.
Overall, bird's eye view of the game. I think comfy in the end. And first half, some of the best football I've seen us play all season, to be honest, bro. I think the fans are playing the first half are very good. I think the scoreline probably fatters Palace more because it seems like 1-0's. I mean, by the time you got to the end of the game, it was like, oh, it's only 1-0, but should have been 3-4-0. And it's not like it's a bias thing. No, the chances that we had to put the game away was very, very basic chances. So, apart from that, I think it was all right, man. Say from the 69th minute onwards, it was pretty much all Palace. They made their substitution. They brought on Hughes. He's quite aggressive, man. You know what I mean? I like him still. And then they brought on Hughes and Mateta together, and then they had a focal point at the top of the pitch. And obviously, it's a strong youth, and so he's going to hold up the ball a little. Brought a lot more people into play. Goalkeeper came into play a few times before he got injured, and then when Jarell come on, he was decent as well. Didn't have major things to do. Defending's part of the game, innit? So I'm not one of them people that, like, if Liverpool have to defend in the game, it means that we were rubbish all of a sudden. There's going to be a point in the game, whoever we play, where they get a point where they can attack a little bit. Whether it's Ipswich, whether it's Wolves, whether it's Man City, it's always going to happen. So as long as we're confident in that, fine. I'm fine with it, man. And the individual performances, I don't. It's probably the one game where I don't think anybody was like shit, bruv. I think some people were not as good as the others, but I don't think anyone was completely shit. And that's it, man. Take the victory. Virgil got man of the match, which we was asking for, even though I think this is the one game he didn't deserve man of the match, but that's fine too. And then we got injured goalkeeper. Apart from that, we were good, man. So.
Yeah, now definitely we'll be covering a few of the like injury stuff because I did see a few people like giving not even like timelines, but a few guys that were injured and not really injured and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, I was busy watching. I was watching the game, but I was busy as well because I was away watching the game while watching the Liverpool game.
Yeah,
the game didn't start, so I was just in the clubhouse watching Liverpool for a while I was doing that. So I was kind of in and out of the game. But what I kind of saw, I think you summarized it perfectly, man.
Yeah.
I didn't see if anyone underperformed or not, kind of, but I'm sure there might be some names that people might bring up in the chat, and maybe on the panel as well once I get everyone's kind of take on it. But Zabiri, man, what's your take on the game, bro? And then I'll go Harris and G when he's back.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember if I remember the actual timeline, but I think this is where I caught the game. As soon as I turn it on and fix up the volume, Simicast made the pass. And I'm like, yo, Robbo could never. Gakpo squared across, Jota finish. Like, that's why I picked the game right in that moment. I'm like, yo, nah, it's mad. I don't think Robbo could have squeezed that in there. And that's just my whole thought throughout the game, just watching Gakpo. And I'm going to be honest, bro, we should have lost that game 3-1. That's how I look at it, to be fair. Maybe I wasn't really focused on the attack or the pattern of play. I thought some of Sabo's short passes were a little better, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's the recency bias because they were towards the back end of the game, but I left the game thinking, yo, we should have lost because Palace had some opportunities. Yo, that man was wasteful. I feel like they were more wasteful than we were, bro. But could just be the tail end of the game. That's how I seen it. But I was happy with the clean sheet. I'm happy for Jarell's getting his debut. I think it's unfortunate Kelleher was sick. I think he would have been the guy to be in there. I think Kelleher being sick kind of made Alisson come back a little early. Maybe he wasn't ready. I don't know. I didn't like the way he went down because I don't really see anything in why he went down. So it's kind of frustrating. I think he's another one that's probably going to be trying to hold on to the legacy of Liverpool that we might need to actually move on. So now I'm starting to see that. But nah, big up Jarosman. He came in there. You know what I'm saying? Look comfortable. That's good to know. And no complaints, man. No complaints at all. I don't see anyone doing any stinker or anything worth like dissing them on. So, bro, playing poorly and winning is what they say is a sign of champions. Watching championship, watching the championship thing. Champions, that's good.
What are you saying, Harris, man? What was your take, G? Then go to you, and then we'll just open it up, chop it up, man.
I think the first half was our best half of the season. Palace had no shots. Like, yeah, we absolutely dominated them in the first half. And when we scored the goal, I was thinking we're either gonna smash them 3-4-0 after, or it's gonna be a cagey game where it's a game where we're missing chances and we're just staying at 1-0, which happened. So yeah, I'm happy with the clean sheet. Keep the clean sheets coming. Again, the positives, Jarell coming off the bench. I think he looked good in pre-season, and he looked comfortable against Palace. So now we move on after international break onto Chelsea, which I'm looking forward to. So yeah, so there's not too many negatives, but there's more. I would say there's more positives than negatives because, like I said, the first half, total control. Palace were headlocked. They couldn't do anything. And yeah. So I think we've been quite impressive so far. So let's keep that going.
No, fair enough. G, what's your take on the game, man? Overall view of it.
Yeah, the game was all right. We played okay, I guess. Yeah, it was one of those. I think Zabiri just said it there about winning ugly and stuff like that. You know, if you can get the victory, obviously don't do that too much because you can't keep that going. But yeah, no, I didn't feel like that first half was that good, as Harris said. I did think it was like I said it in my match reaction. Yeah, you see, you know, like when a team embodies a manager. So like when we said about Klopp, you know, the team, the way we play, that's what he's like. It's high intensity, we're just like Slot, very monotone, very boring. It's very slow kind of thing. And it's very blunt. That's what I feel like Liverpool are like now kind of thing. So yeah. I felt the game was like a 7 out of 10 type of game. You know what I mean? Like we should, if I'm being honest, bro, we had chances, bro. Like you should be putting these kind of efforts away, especially in that second half. But yeah, all in all, get the victory, another clean sheet. Yeah, can't really complain. As I think Zabri said again there as well, there wasn't anyone I really looked at and said, "Oh, this player was shit," kind of thing. Everyone I thought was just calm, kind of thing.
The main talking point, Zabiri said we should have lost 3-1. That's his opinion, but the man them are saying, nah, they're disagreeing there still. What do you guys take? Open floor, man. Should we have lost 3-1?
No, because what I mentioned was the amount of chances we had. Jota should have scored a hat trick, bro. So we should have had 3 goals minimum. And they're not like, I can give him maybe the one where he miskicked it. I think it bobbled up a bit, but the header is bread. He's the best header in the team, bro. Bread and butter. Got to score them goals, bro. And as for Palace's shots and that, there was Nketiah shot straight at Alisson. There was the one from Salah where Alisson made a really good save, so that was a good chance. Yeah. And then there was a lot of weird ones where like Alisson would punch the ball away instead of like catching it and that. But yeah. Apart from that, bro. And then I think the best chance was Eze's chance when he opened up his body, but somehow didn't place it like that. He kind of hit it at the keeper, but at the most there, that's like 3 chances for them. But we definitely should have had a hat trick from Jota, 100%, bro.
Chris said Salah missed a sitter. I didn't see him miss a sitter, but if he did, appreciate you pointing that out. Hansa Zabiri's analysis is 5 out of 10. Zabiri, any rebuttal, bro? Man, them are saying 5 out of 10.
Yeah, no, like look, what Savage said is, I think, the way every fan looks at it, like chance for chance, then yeah, it's probably like 5-6 or 7-6 if all the chances are put away. I'm talking more sort of like the shift in momentum of the game. Like, bro, Harry said it, man. Like, he said it was the best first half because Palace didn't have a sniff. So to go from not having a sniff to the clear chances they had, some of the chances is like 1v1. So I've said they had 2 chances where They took the shot straight at the keeper. And I know I'm not trying to like, oh, this chance was better, nothing like that. But just by the pattern and the shift of the game, bro, it was all in Palace's hand, bro. When I said all in their hand, it's not like down to one player, just a pattern of play, bro. It was like cutting us, getting through, getting in behind. Bro, when it was like 1v1 with Jarell, bro, none of us is here backing Jarell like, oh, fuck. It's like, bro, that's Eze versus Jarell. That's sealed. That's done deal, man. Put it straight in his hands, bro. Easy to save Jarell could have made. And I'm just thinking, like, oh, I guess Palace didn't want it, bro. Another team, bro. I'm looking at another team with those chances, like, yeah, but our chances wasn't as open as some of the Palace pattern of play was, bro. So that's why, towards the end of the game, I'm like, yo, the way momentum is shifting, I'm thinking Christian Bull all over again, bro. So that's why I was like, damn, I felt like we escaped the 3-1 right there, just on the way we were going at it, missing our chances, and then their chances are just getting better and better. All of their chances went from a 5 out of 10 chance to a 8 out of 10 chance to, yo, that's a 10 out of 10 chance to score. Like, their chances kept getting better when ours just kept going down. So that's why I said we felt like we couldn't walk away from the 3-1 defeat, because, bro, their chances kept getting better and better when ours was just getting farther and farther from happening. So that's where I'm coming from. I know you might gonna disagree probably, which is fine.
No, you make complete sense. It's just the 3-1 part doesn't make sense. Everything else you said, that's fair enough. They had chances, but it's like you ignore the chances that we had. Like they were not. They were easy.
No. I acknowledge them, Savage, by saying it could have been 5-6. You're right, and I'm not taking away our chance. I'm just saying, as the game went on, our chances started to decrease, and their chances started to get better and better. So yeah, we could have scored and put the game away 4-1 or whatever, or 5-1 or 5-0. But when you're watching the game and our chances starting to decrease and their chances starting to increase and getting better and better, I'm like, yo, the fact that we walked over the clean sheet is massive. I felt like we cheated out of a 3-1. That's just how I'm looking at it. And like I said, it's towards the end of the game, so I remember their chances more than all of our half chances. So that's kind of like what I even said earlier. So it's not like, oh man, Palace should have won it. Obviously, I can't say that. That's just how it felt. Towards the end of the game, that's how it felt.
Definitely had better momentum towards the end of the game, 100%. The last 20, from the 69th minute onwards, it was mostly Palace with their chances towards the end. That's true.
Do you know what I did see though? A standout for me. I thought Curtis was really good in the game.
Yeah, he was good.
From what I saw, man, he felt like he was really good from a pressing standpoint, retaining the ball and even his passes as well. I like those little passes when you just punch it into players and make a run to give another angle for.
98 this one. 98% this time.
98% his passing was.
One missed pass this time.
Jesus Christ, blood.
They told you passing rate inside, man. I think the only thing is Slot changed him in the second half. I didn't really like that. Because he moved when he brought. I think he dropped him further back. He was in the 10 towards the beginning of the game. And that's when he was getting the best of it. And when he dropped him back, and I didn't really like it, bro. And I think
did he start off in the 10 then, and McAllister was in the double pivot, and then they moved him?
Yeah. They took McAllister off at half time, and then yes, when they brought Sabo one, he dropped further back as well. And then I don't know, it was a bit weird. Then I don't really like that, but I feel like. You know what I mean? The midfield had a good game in all. McAllister got taken off, and probably just the way I was watching the game, and I didn't think anyone was particularly shit, so I was a bit confused by why he came off. Don't know if he picked up a knock or something like that.
So that's the reason why he did come off. I'll get to it now. Where is it?
I thought he had ice. It looked like he had ice on his knee, but
he said I felt a slight discomfort during the game, but there was nothing that will stop me.
That's great. That's actually kind of crazy because I seen after the game some people were like, "Oh yeah, McAllister's rubbish. He got taken off," and I was like, "I don't think that's the reason, bro. It didn't seem like that because there's no one rubbish in the first half. Just basically, if you're gonna rate them on the first, you just play that Jota was the worst only based on the chances he missed. On his gameplay, it's fine, but the chances you got to score them in it. Like it's one of those ones. I don't think anyone's got an excuse for that. But yeah, apart from that, man, I think I think from now when he swaps Curtis, and that's leaving where he is, bro.
In the 10.
Yeah, and I think I think Gravenberch went quite a bit more quiet in the second half as well. He's really good in the first half, like really good, and the beginning of the second half was really good as well. But as the game went on, when Palace started to pick up and that, he was proper quiet. But yeah, man, apart from that, Gakpo was cold though. He was cold.
Yeah, and I did see he was really sharp, man. Really, really.
He was
good
my
in
man
it.
at the match, man. That's why I was shot at Virgil on it. He was cold.
Maybe they're listening to what we're saying, man. No, we had the convo the other day and we said, Virgil don't ever win man of the matches no more. It was like, let's just give him one. Change the subject slightly. New contract for Jarell Quansah, Mr. Condolences, 5-year deal. I'm happy, bro. When I saw it, I was like, yo, okay, we're looking after the future. We're tying down our superstars as such. Yeah, he's definitely going to be one of the centre backs. I don't know, maybe in the world, I think that's got time to tell with that one, but definitely in the Premier League, bro. He's played, 30-odd games so far, maybe slightly more, and doesn't look out of place. Obviously, we had the 145 at the start of this season where we're like, yeah, bro, he could have done better there, but he's still a learning centre-back, 21 years of age, so you're not expecting him to be the finish article yet. What do you guys make of it? Open panel, boys, so we can chop it up, discuss it.
I'm very happy about it, man. Very happy about it. We had teams sniffing around him in his first season to try and buy him, bro. So smart thing to do either way. Even if he doesn't reach the potential to think he's going to reach, smart to sign him up to a contract like that. But I think he's cold, bro. And even the Ipswich game at the beginning of the season, I don't think anybody thought he should come off apart from Slot. But once he took him off and he explained, that's when everyone in hindsight was like, "Well, yeah, I would have took him off too." You wouldn't have. You wouldn't have. You weren't. The lap was good. And judging how the lap's been the rest of the season as well, that's just how he's aggressive, isn't it? So it was the right call from Slot at the time. But apart from that, man, he's cold, bro. He's cold, man. You know what I mean? He's had a few mistakes for Liverpool. He'll learn from them. And yeah, man, give him more game time, let him move on. I think he'll be cold, bro. Future proof.
On that mistake talk, though, like this, I think fans need to just accept you can make mistakes as fans as well. It's okay. It's also okay to not have an opinion on a player that you don't know, and then take your time to get to know him and form your opinion and make it a sound opinion. Savage told me about Quansah. I know the guy. Savage said, "Nah, man, he's good. He's cold." Yeah. And this is what man was telling me about the Chelsea youth that I won't even name. And I was going to bat for Quansah just off Savage's word, man. Best decision I've made, bro. You know what I'm saying? I bought them stocks early because I trust Savage's opinion. So for all you fans out there, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know and you hear us saying something, listen. Don't try to go against the grain and disagree because some other man is tweeting some other stuff, bro. You know what I mean? We don't need new players every day, bro. Like, players are here, and we just need to give man time to show us that they deserve to be here. None of these men get the kit off charity. None of these men or Make-A-Wish kits. Maybe Ricky Lambert, but other than that, bro, every man earned the kit, bro, one way or another. So give man the opportunity, man. Yo, Quansah getting his deal, bro. Yo, that's good. I'm telling you right now, that's good. I don't want to hear no man say we need another center back or left-footed center back, but we got Quansah. You're gonna tell me another player is better than Quansah, bro? Nah, man, gonna tell me the left-footed guy is gonna be able to do something Quansah can't do, and Quansah's showing us he can do it, bro. You know what? Yeah, bro. So just keep your opinion to yourself until you get to know the player. Because some of you clearly don't know who Quansah is. My name is Mr. Condolences. Man got Joel Matip up out of here. And Joel Matip was a wonder kid. Just that's all I got to say.
Hey, Zabiri, do us a favor, jump out and jump back in because the people in the chat can't hear you at all, bro. Man said you're in the ocean right now. Man said you're in the ocean. Jump out and jump back in and maybe it fixes it.
Man said he's in the Titanic submergible and that. The Logitech.
Man said he's on the door, blood. Hanging his leg overboard. Harris G, man, what's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I was happy to see that he signed a new deal. I think it's good that we're looking at other, like, let's say, well, I wouldn't say prospects because Konate is also he's about 24 now, so I wouldn't say he's a prospect. He's more refined now, and he's more the first team than Quansah is now in terms of starting. So it's good that Edwards and who else? What's his name? I forgot his name. So you got Edwards.
Oh,
and the
you're
other
talking about Hughes.
Hughes. Yeah, Hughes. I think it's good that they're looking at the future and trying to protect, let's say, the let's say, protect their futures for other teams, because Newcastle was a team that was looking at Quansah last season. I mean, not last season, but in the summer, because they tried to swap him with Gordon in it. So I think it's a good thing that we're starting to tie down players rather than let them run their contracts down. I do think we do need another centre back, in my opinion, just in case, because I mean Quansah's good, but I think it's always good to have another option as well, because with Liverpool at times when we do have those periods when we have a lot of injuries. Yeah, I think I think it's good to have another centre back that is reliable and is experienced. Let's say from the ages of 24, 25. I think that's what we should be looking at. But it's always good to have a young prospect like Quansah, because there's not many teams out there in the Premier League that have a young prospect like Quansah.
No, 100. What are you thinking, G? 5-year deal?
No, I kind of agree with what everyone else has said, isn't it? Like, good player, good young player. He's really come up. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of what he's shown, in the games that he's played, doesn't look like he's. It didn't look like he doesn't look like a player who needed time. Like sometimes you're like, yeah, just give him time. He'll get. Nah, he didn't need all of that. He just stepped in, and as soon as he stepped in, you just saw the quality that he had. Kind of thing. Obviously, how good he gets, no idea. But I like him though. I think he's a good centre back. He looks like he's got a good build, good frame, about him, which will obviously he's only 21. I think you lot said he's 21. So, give that 5 more years as an example, bro. Like, by then, experience in the legs. Do you get what I'm trying to say? The know-how of the game. He will understand strikers a lot better. He'll understand the game a lot better as well, bro. Remember, he's still learning the game at this level. Forget Bristol Rovers. That's that level. Do you know what I mean? I feel like anyone can kind of any professional, can step into that level. But at this level, where especially with a manager like Slot, who's super tactical, you know what I mean? And you got the baptism of fire with Klopp, with the way that we play with the high line. So, he's good, man. He's good, and it's good for Liverpool to get, someone like him, tied down for how long is the contract, by the way?
5 years.
5 years. So yeah, we got a lot of time for this guy. So, and I think Liverpool are looking at him, and because we're doing this, he'll now see it as it's not a big deal that I'm not playing that many games now, for the time being anyway. Obviously, time might change, but for now, he can at least look at it and say, "Yo, these lot." You know what I mean? He's had conversations clearly with the managers and everyone, the higher ups, to say, "Yo, like, nah, you're the guy for the future." Just obviously, unfortunately, we have got Virgil and Konate in front of you, so, and it's difficult to displace those kind of players who are playing in form right now. So give it time, bide your time. Let's see, let's see what it looks like next season or something like that.
No, fairs, man. Ibu's one as well. His contract is obviously Liverpool are in talks to sort him out as well. And I saw Fabrizio saying there's not going to be any issues with him, so he's going to be signing his long-term deal as well, by the looks of it. What I've seen is obviously these guys, Richard Hughes has obviously come in, and his job is to try and secure some of these guys that are out of contract. The main 3 we know is Trent, Virgil, and Salah. Their contract was the main issue. Ibu's one goes out I think it's the end of next season, and obviously we want to make sure Quansah has a long-term deal, so we don't have to really think about it. So what I was thinking? I was like, right, like these guys were left in a bad position, because now they're going to be the ones that take all the blame. So like how they've come in and everyone's blamed Richard Hughes already, and you need to make sure you sort out these contracts. But he wasn't the guy in charge to allow this to run down. And he's come in and he has to sort out new manager, new backroom staff, sort out the 3 superstars, and also sort out the guys that's on the back end of that as well. That's gonna kind of fall out of contract as well. And I saw someone put like Yaros is also out of contract at the end of the season. So you've got 4 players that seemingly you'd think the club want to keep. I don't know if they're going to keep all of them, but it's good that Ibu is literally on the verge of signing a new deal as well. So that's kind of secured his future. But on the main 3, man, what are you guys thinking, bro? Seeing Real Madrid sniffing again. Obviously, we've got the ambassador of Real Madrid on here, Mr. Savage.
Not sniffing, man. Not sniffing, man. Just let everyone do ours. They just let everyone do the marketing for them, bro, because they ain't even saying anything, bro.
That's what I thought, bro.
Yeah. They said one thing,
I agree.
But hey, do the job
That's
for them. Man. All it's gonna do is let Trent know, innit? You know what I mean? So when it does come time, if it does, because that's how they've been the last few years. It's been let man run their contracts out and get them for free, bro. That's normally the wave now. So, I don't know, man. Obviously, people making connections because Carvajal's injured and that, but it's not like he got injured on purpose. So, Jenkins, I don't know. You already know my feelings on Trent at Liverpool. I've had enough of him, so he can go, bro. But I don't want him at Real Madrid either, bro.
So they're saying that Real Madrid. What? Obviously, it's on Twitter, and I haven't really seen it anywhere else bar Twitter. I've seen obviously Fabrizio saying that Real Madrid are not in contact with him at all. Trent, Virgil, and Salah has given a priority to Liverpool. They're not speaking to any other club. They're giving a priority to Liverpool to get stuff sorted before they can go and look at other clubs. So obviously, unless Liverpool can't come to an agreement, then they'll probably you're probably looking at the summer before they even think about
this. It's January when you can talk to man.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's more likely. Like if he doesn't do anything by January and people can talk to him, then it's different because whichever club it is, they'll just time to run his contract down, innit? Makes more sense. Not to mention sign-on fees and that. So
the other thing that I saw as well, guys, is the one of the Spanish news outlet. They were saying that Real Madrid could go and offer Liverpool 10 million in January for Trent.
I heard 5 million.
You know, Liverpool fans, I feel like it's that logic of I said that I hate strawberries, but all you heard was, oh, what, you don't like pineapples. I feel like that is always the logic with Liverpool fans. Like you read one thing and then you try and like play the mental gymnastics, like, you know, in your head about certain things. Bro, the reality is, if they go, they go. Like, it is what it is. Like, I don't know what people like. I get it in terms of they're free good players and you don't want them to leave. I get all of that, of course. You want free players to leave on a free like that. But the reality is, you have to contextualize all of these guys. Like Virgil, the age that he's at, of course, the contract that Liverpool might offer him, it might not be the deal that he wants. I can't get mad at Liverpool and be like, oh, but why? Like people are saying, oh, just offer them anything. No, it don't work like that. What do you mean just offer him anything? That's dumb. I don't want to do that. Salah, same thing. Trent, same thing. It's like they might want Trent. It won't be more about length. It'll be more about money than anything else, right? But like even then, is that there's just certain things, man, that I just think when we look at it just so like simple, like just simplistic, I'm just like,
look at it like fan base look at stuff like children and
man. And sometimes I'm just like, bro, if they go, then they go. Like, what do you want to do?
When I was 10, bro, when I read the newspaper, bro, like, oh, Carval's in friends doing this means he's going. I'll just make up stuff. The weirdest thing is how people are making statements about it, Trent in particular, by the way, even though the other two still ain't signed anything, about his character and that.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruv, I said I don't want Trent anymore, Carl. I'm fed up with his defending. Not about the person. I'm fine with Trent as a person. People make up, oh, throwing strops, going for a strop at Madrid. None of you have seen Trent throw no strop, bruv. You lot just turned into body language at Spurs when he sat on the bench and that because the camera went on him, bro. Same thing you did with Quansah. Bruv, do you think they know when the camera moves towards them, bro? Or working cameras, bro. They don't know that the cameras is gonna be on them. They know cameras are there. So if man's face is a push up, I'm thinking about whether a horse can fly in space, blood. Don't
you don't like that.
It's absolutely crazy, bro. And I've seen it like, oh, you know what? If he's gonna throw strops, and have you noticed that only with Trent they're talking about, well, if he cares about his legacy? What? I seen big up ends, by the way, because obviously they tried to rush him on the other man's show the other day, and that didn't work. And they just kept beating themselves, and that certain man got chest and that when they weren't doing push-ups on this show. And they were saying some gay shit, man. Like, oh, well, if he wants to, first of all, they was talking about they were like being the kind of rude about man's family and that. Well, you know who his brother is, his age, and he's he's gonna be a money grabber. If I'm like, what? You think man don't get paid enough money already, bro? I think he cares about his brother more, bro. And his brother is they're representatives of the person. They don't run the person's life. They're not slave catchers, bro. You know what I mean? Then it's all and you know, then he get what was the gay shit came out said? Oh, he gets to work on his relationship with Bellingham at Real Madrid. Gay blood. What are you talking about, bro? He's a grown man, you know. Man ain't leaving for Bellingham, bro. That's crazy, bro. Oh, why you have to do that, bro? Why you have to bring that birthday card thing up, bro? Allow it, bro. Man, ain't me, bro. They're not leaving.
The reason why I brought this up, I saw people losing their mind on Twitter because of this year. It's like, oh, we need to get Bellingham away from him. I'm saying, so your brethren can't even celebrate your birthday no more.
It's just only, bro. Like, do you remember that they did the same thing the opposite way around before when they wanted Bellingham at Liverpool? They're like, oh, Hendo and Trent, do your job. Then when he didn't get it, it's like, oh, so Liverpool's putting PR out. It was England who posted it, and it was them who posted it because they're friends, bro. It's not even Trent's best friend. I heard him in the England camp. Trent said his best friend at England is Ramsdale, bruv.
Ramsdale.
You get me? And we ain't trying to go there. So man, I'm picking and choosing and that, bruv. It's very strange. It's very gay. It's very childish. And it's very uneducated, blood. Like let them be friends, innit? I don't understand. This is for England. This ain't for Liverpool, bruv. They can't talk to each other. And yes, they're footballers. Like all of us on the panel speak to each other, bruv. So you're gonna speak about what jobs and that you do, and if you're having fun, and if man was going to, oh yeah, I've got. So what, bro? You think they're not dumb? He knows what football is. Well, of course, stupid, bro. Like it's absolutely ridiculous, bro. And I think Trent gets he doesn't get a fair stick when it comes to that thing, bro. Everything's a problem what Trent does now. You can't do anything, bro.
But this is the problem when you're
about man's football and that's it, bro. You don't need to talk about man's Arsenal life and that.
This is the problem when you're a local lad, like my thing with with Trent anyway. The other two not so, and I said this the other day is that's what Harris was talking in the group. Yeah, I was like, the Trent one will be the one that will hurt Liverpool fans the most because of how sensitive they are. It won't be Van Dijk. It won't be Salah. Like the reality is, a local lad will mean 10 times more than having the best player in the world, like or in their position in the team, just because of how people kind of see it. So if Trent was to leave, for example, like for me, I'm just like, again, everything is all like we're not sitting here in a position where it's like we're winning everything anyway. Why are you leaving? Then you could maybe have an argument, brother. We're not like there's a club out there, and even if you are, by the way, there's still a club out there who are bigger than you in every asset of football. So the reality is, why don't you want these kind of? Like, I'm not saying you should like want them to leave, but why are you going to be so angry and threaten man and he's talk about man's character and as Savage said there about like people talk about his brother. I don't give a fuck about all of that. See me when it comes to football players now I always look at them and I'm like, bro, go do your thing, man. Go like obviously I don't want you to leave, of course. I'd rather you stay, exactly. Blah blah blah. But bro, go do your thing. Like literally, go do your thing. Like I want to, I just want you to like. Because when we come to the end of these conversations, when it comes to the end of these people's careers, we don't want to be looking back now. And now you're like, yeah, you know what? You only really won one Premier League title, but then he got now all of a sudden, man's not really rating his thing. When the reality is, if he had just moved when he had the opportunity to move, then boy, do you know what I mean? It's a whole different conversation. We're looking at man in a different light. It's a new experience for him. You get to play for the biggest club in football. I'm like, bro, the upside to someone like him, and when I'm just using Real Madrid, for all I know, he might have moved somewhere else. But let's just say it was Real Madrid. But the upside is, bro, that's difficult to turn. That like I can only imagine. I'm not saying Real Madrid are saying anything, but I would think that they probably have spoken to his entourage at some point to say, yo, what's the deal basically with Liverpool kind of thing. And he's probably even told them like, listen, look, I would want to sign a new deal with Liverpool if I can. If I can't though, yo, you know what I'm saying? Hola. You know what I'm trying to say? Like now I'm going to be learning.
Is, like, people are not even making mistakes with their statement on Trent because all this legacy talk and all that business, everything you just said, I 100% agree with. But it makes more of the argument that if he wanted to leave because as you said, he ain't won loads and loads and loads of trophies, but he's won all of the trophies, like every single one available. He's won it. So if anything, that's more of a reason for me to leave if I wanted to leave. I've won everything possible. I stayed to the end of my contract. I didn't try and leave you in the lurch early. You know what I mean? And it's at the start of a new cycle with a new manager. So if anything, you got to revamp anyway, bro. Like it's different. It's not like we're halfway. We finished the point behind City last season, and then this season we're going hard again to try and win it, and then we're nearly there, and then he just leaves and that. Yeah, and even if he did, it's still his choice, bro. Because when the club's ready to throw players away because they've got injuries and that. They don't get, you know what I mean? So you have to do that. Football fans need to stop doing the emotional thing when it comes to that because we're not privy to certain things, bro. You get me? Certain conversations and that. It's very strange, man. I don't understand at all, man. And can every Liverpool fan stop pretending like they're from Liverpool? All this Scouse lad business. We're not from Liverpool, bro.
Yeah.
Them,
No,
man,
it's true.
it makes sense for them. They're probably like, it's their local hero and that. That's fine, bro. But everyone acting like the Scousers and that. Everyone online, most of the, in fact, all the content creators we do videos with, none of them are Scousers, bro. And all of them are acting like he's leaving their city, bro. It's so strange, bro. He's not leaving Hughes lot, bro. He's not leaving North London and West Midlands and up north and Manchester, bro. He's in Liverpool, bro.
You know what they're trying to do, Savage? They're trying to do like a LeBron thing. They're like, nah, you have to stay. You have to stay in Cleveland. And if you go anywhere else, these times LeBron's saying, hold on a minute. I'm trying to win like championship after championship. I've got to go to Miami Heat. I've got to go wherever. If I come back like he did, obviously coming back to Cleveland, yeah, then calm. But what it's like people looked at him the exact same. They look at Trent in terms of local guy, all this kind of stuff. But then you never ever took his thoughts into account. So when he then started to win, it was almost like you're almost envious. And I'm like, bruv, like. The guy has done everything he could possibly do in this context. Trent has won everything, and he's at a good age as well. Yeah, 26. He could, but for all we know, we don't know this, innit? He could have Beckham type aspirations, but where he's if he leaves Liverpool now and possibly goes and wins what he wants in Spain, he might be able to go to Italy still and win everything and become Seedorf, bro. Everyone just assumes that like they project what they want for him. And really it's selfish because whatever they want for it, just to make themselves feel better about it.
Yeah, it's never in consideration of the player.
It's never in consideration of them. That's what I don't care when man is injured, bro.
Because I hear everyone's opinion saying, "Oh, he's grew up in Liverpool," but you never ever think that Trent's aspirations may want to move away from England one day, away from all the media. I know Spain. I know they are similar, but it's still not in England. It's somewhere else where he can win how many Champions Leagues? Yeah, he gets to play with like the best attackers on paper in the world. Yeah, Mbappe, Vinicius, what's his name, Rodrigo. You've got Bellingham, you've got Modric there. Yeah, you've got a lot of players that are high caliber there, and he may not want to stay in Liverpool because, like you said, he's won everything. It's probably, I think it's the quantity side that some people may look at. Oh, Trent could probably stay for a bit longer and win another Premier League title. But then again, it's not down to you. It's down to the player because he wears number 66. He's on the team sheet every time.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's down to him if he wants to leave. I think before I wasn't okay with it, but now that I've opened my eyes up, I'm looking at Trent and I'm thinking, you know what, just go do your thing. Yeah, because you're 26 now.
26,
and you have an option to stay at one of the biggest clubs in England, or you have an option to go to the biggest club of all time in Real Madrid, and that is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Because let's say Trent turns down Real Madrid, they might not re-enter the race for him again. For example, they may find another. They might find another right back that they like. Yeah, and then go and sign him. So to Trent, yeah, go do your thing, really.
Yeah, it might not be a serious thing, but like it's not like he doesn't. People like how he grew up in the. He doesn't owe the city anything, bro. He didn't choose to grow up there. His mom give birth to him there, bro. It's just geography, innit? Like if I asked all these on the panel whether you love your city or not, and don't get me wrong, we can moan about stuff and that, but you still have a certain love for your city, bro, because it's the ends, innit? But if I asked all you, like, if you had the choice, all right, man, but you don't even live in your ends, but you live in a different country, bro. We all live in the same country, born in anyway. But if I asked you that, and money's not an option, bro, because it's not an option for him, and location ain't an option, and the best things are available to him. And I say to you, lot, if you had the choice now with your family, do you want to live where you're living now? It's you lot can answer that question.
In a hot country, bro.
Exactly, because I know you like well enough. The answer is probably, remember, you can take your family with you, bro. You're rich enough, bro. The
what's funny as well. Yeah, he doesn't even live there.
Remember, it's not. And remember, it's not saying. Remember, it's not saying that the yard that you've got, you have to get rid of it either. You come back in 5 years, bro. You get me? If you say, "Oh, I'm going to do this," but when I have my kid, I want my kid to grow where I grew up. All right, safe. I'll be back in 5 years. It's not a problem.
And he hasn't got any children, like any.
Nah, he ain't got no kids.
Yeah, so he's in a very, very good position right now in terms of like right now, like, in terms of a footballer. where the level that he's at and potentially could go with like going to Real Madrid with no kids at this moment in time, bro, you could literally, as you say, set up everything now, and as you said, come back in like whatever amount of time, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, whatever, come back and then say, now is the time I want to start a family.
The age is up. Is if you look at the legends of the game, the age is up. Whenever, if they've ever moved, this is the age they move at, bro. It's around the same.
Yeah.
You get me? So it's and when Enzo's on that stream and that, I just some of the stuff are, if you want an easy ride, then go there, and if you want blah blah blah. First of all, it seems like an easy ride because of the work that Ronaldo and Casemiro and that put in not long ago and that, bro. But I grew up like this, bro. There was a period where Madrid couldn't win the Champions League, bro. It was a big gap, bro. You get me? They weren't winning the league every season because Barca was there. So let's not pretend just because you lot are like weak and don't want to watch anything that Real Madrid have just been winning stuff your whole life. It hasn't been like that, bro. You get me? If they did, then in my lifetime they would have like 34 Champions Leagues in it. They don't. They don't. So it's not just because you think it's easy because you can't bother to watch the football, bro. It's not easier, bro. And in fact, there's more pressure at Real Madrid than Liverpool. So it's not taking it easy.
You have to perform. There's no middle ground at Real Madrid.
And then the legacy thing, bro. That's not true either, bro. You can't speak for every football fan. I don't think different of Trent if he leaves. Forget that I like Real Madrid and that, bro. But if you went anywhere, it's still Trent. I'm gonna remember all of the. You think the Barcelona goal is the corner is gonna disappear, bro? It's cemented in history, bro.
And that's what I was trying to get at in terms of. I'm like, they just think he goes there and it's the easiest option and he's going to be. I said, bro, this is Real Madrid. He does not. If Carvajal is fit, their man said, no, he jumps in over Carvajal. I said, all right. I said, over Carvajal. I said, obviously, now he's injured. Yeah, you might have. And don't forget as well,
Ancelotti's not going to be there the whole time, bro. So the chances are, by the time, if Trent did go, he might be Alonso by the time he gets there. And that. I think Alonso's dealing with rubbish defending, bro.
And that's what I said. Do you think the fans expect you not performing one game is enough for the fan base to want you at their football club, bro? It's serious levels at Real Madrid. It's not, let's hold your hands and look after you because they expect the best of the best. They do know that people can have bad games, but you have to perform, bro. If you don't perform at a high standard, they'll get you at the club, bro. It ain't like where the fans have a look, bro. The fans at Real Madrid have so much power, bro. Make you don't perform, bro. Do you find yourself a new club real quick?
Exactly, bro. And you're still in Spain, bro, so you don't even have the complexion for the protection, bro. So it's not easier, bro. Just because everyone else thinks it's not easier, bro. Like, in fact, man, talk about ambition. We all troll people like Harry Kane and that before, bro. But because this is Trent, it's fine, and because we're Liverpool fans. Nah, bro. The football, we are purists, bro. This emotional shit's gotta go, bro. Man, troll these man and that. It's all fun.
That's
interesting.
You will not. I know this much on it. You will. I seen this, bro. This is not the early 90s anymore, bro. Just as a football, and it probably doesn't matter to them, but some of them it does. You won't be seen as one of the greatest of all time now if you just play for Liverpool, bro. You won't, bro. Some people slightly got through the cracks and that. Gerrard got through the cracks. That's it. That's it. While us lot have been alive, bro, while we've been watching football properly, say after like 97 times in that Roy Evans, he's the only one. All the other ones have been out, bro. Mascherano went to Barcelona. Xabi Alonso went to Real Madrid. Suarez went to Barcelona, bro. Like all of them. No one
to big clubs.
Exactly, bro. Because that's how football is now. We're not Man City. We don't dominate like that. I don't think anyone's going to dominate the league again anyway. And also, everyone outside of England ain't snobs of football. They don't think that the Prem's the best in the world. They only say it when they get here, bro, because it sounds good. But they don't think that, bro. And they think that the players that we think are cold in the Prem, they think they're kind of meaty, bro. They're like, our young guns do that stuff, bro. Palmer, you got 12-year-olds in the Olympics who does that, bro. What are you talking about? That's what they just, whether they're right or wrong, bro. That's what they think, bro. Everyone else is doing the snobby thing and that. Yeah, I mean, Trent's lucky, bro. He'd be lucky to play right back at Getafe, bro, with that defending. So if the chance comes for a top club, whether it's Barca, Madrid, Atletico, bruv, where are your options? Try a thing, bruv, and if it don't work, move on to another club. You've already got the Prem in your bag, bruv. England completed it. How about that? It's done. Completed it. So now I can go Bundesliga, La Liga. Who knows? He might go Bayern Munich, bruv. Who knows? Or he could just stay at Liverpool, and then all the people who've been talking shit about his character, you're gonna have to apologize, bruv. He won't hear it, but I will. So you're gonna have to apologize.
Yeah, you won't hear it ever again speaking about his character. It's only when things are not going Liverpool fans' ways they want to kind of flip it and just what's the word I'm looking for? Gaslight you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah. So Trent's got to do what he wants to do, and then because it's his career, innit? Like he can't hear us speaking about his
Exactly.
about his career and his choices. He can only see it on Twitter, and he might see it on Twitter and just turn his phone up and say, I don't give a shit."
You think Trent
Yeah.
forgot 2022 when the fan base was costing him?
Oh yeah,
And we know he saw it because he mentioned it when he was in the TalkSport interview going to England. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Man was blaming his dreads and that. You think he's forgot that? So before everyone that's
they
like,
said
oh,
the
he owes
Dele
you
Alli
something.
effect. They were saying
Exactly. So before everyone thinks that Trent owes you something because you're a Liverpool fan and you've invested your emotion and you brought a T-shirt, bruv, you didn't wake up and eat oats and jog blood. You didn't see the young takeaway and go, I can't have it. You didn't do core work. You didn't stay after to take the free kicks and that, and then miss one in the game and man say your free kicks are shit even though I stayed behind late. You didn't do any of that. You don't owe you shit, bruv. He doesn't owe it, bruv. All the football fans owe is their team to go on the pitch and try the best they can at the time.
To help win the game.
Be a professional. That's it, blood. It doesn't. All of this business. I don't care if you. I don't know. Your daughter's a nurse and that, bruv, and he gets paid more than you. I don't care, bruv. Yeah, that's not his fault. None of it's his fault, bruv. He chose to be a footballer. Most of us on the panel probably wanted to be a footballer at some point. We didn't make it. He did. Well done, Trent. Now he has the choice that we don't have. It's safe, bruv. Everyone, bruv, this is so... No, I'm not having this from this gay-ass fan base anymore, bruv. Let the man do what he wants to do, bruv. And stop picking on him, innit? If you're not going to treat Virgil and Salah the same, then allow Trent.
And that's what we want to get to, man. Get through a couple of these questions and then we'll move on. How do you guys think Sepp 𝑵𝑬𝑾𝑺 has done at Brentford? I didn't even watch them, to be fair, bro. I didn't know
he was even there.
I think, if I'm correct,
he's been starting. He's been starting.
Yeah, he's been starting. He started about 4 games, I think. Came on against Southampton off the bench. Don't stand out, but it's been decent, I guess. You know what I mean? It's not. Don't really care, to be honest, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even care.
Once he left, bro, I wanted him to stay, but once he left, he's no longer.
Yeah, you know, I keep forgetting that Carvalho's not a player, so I keep like he's scoring a few goals and that seems celebrating like, oh, Carvalho killing it and that. And I'm like, oh, he don't play for us, turn it off, man.
Yes, who cares, man? I don't care. Sleepy Forest, do you want Salah to get a new contract? Yes. Big up to honesty as well, man. Question for the man then: is Bradley defensively better than Trent? Because Callum Amons on the channel said Bradley is defensively better than Trent.
Yep.
He wants to defend more, I would say. Because I've seen Trent want to defend and he defends, but Bradley actually wants to defend. He actually likes defending. Trent wants to attack.
I think they're both average defenders.
Jesus Christ.
Like, they're not outstanding.
So how you feel,
like,
bro?
one-on-one. There's nothing. I've seen them both get cooked like many times. More so Trent, of course, because he's been in the team longer. But I don't think like there are any specialist one-on-one defenders that we have. That's at right back.
So he looks.
Yeah, I'll probably say Bradley has more.
Yeah,
he has more. What's the word I'm looking for? He has more intensity in his one-on-one defending. Like he'll proper stand you up. Trent's more. I'll just stick a leg out at times and just try and get the ball. It's a bit lazy from Trent at times.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, I would say Bradley's a better defender, but I don't think it's even that far because I have seen some stuff from Bradley that's a bit questionable, where he's in front of his man and he's just let his winger just skip past him. Yeah, and he hasn't got the strength or the speed to even lay a glove on that winger. So
yeah, it's true. I can't agree.
We haven't got any outstanding defenders really that are fullbacks. Robertson used to be, but I've seen man cook him.
Hey!
Times.
Recently, wait, this was about Bradley and Trent.
Recently,
no. Do you know what it is, Harris? You know what we're gonna do? Because on this channel we don't let things slide, bro. You have to tell us when, bro, so we can go back and check the tapes. When did you notice this season Robbo gets cooked?
Ipswich against West Burns.
Okay.
What was the second game of the season? What game was that?
Brentford, the 0-0 one when we was mad defensively good.
Brentford.
No, we won 2-0 against Brentford.
and they did
So
nothing. in
the
game.
fixtures we played. 1 second, sorry. Let me check the fixtures.
No,
we've
go
played.
ahead, man. No, because you said
Play
cooked. So I
Bournemouth.
thought, do you know what? When you say cooked, and you know what I mean, when you mention his name, I thought evidence was ready, bro.
Play Bournemouth, play Man U.
Either way, whilst he's looking for all of that, yeah, I think when it comes to Bradley and that,
Nottingham.
No. I think M said it kind of perfectly. Like, it's more about the application behind one wants to defend first before attack, and then the other one wants to attack before defending. So obviously it's just the makeup of the player, by the way. Like, obviously Trent is way better. It's not even a competition when it comes to going forward, you know, in terms of Bradley. But maybe you could say it's maybe a bit closer when it comes to the defending side. But Trent isn't like, I was trying to, when you guys were talking, I was looking, I was like, I don't know that many good fullbacks out there anyway. Like, in terms of just defending straight who don't get cooked.
That's the problem.
Every fullback get cooked once.
I think probably right now, one who's good going forward and going back is Gusto from Chelsea. I think he's good defensively.
He is, but I've seen him get cooked too. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
It's tricky. But you're right. I'm not saying you're like.
I was about to say that. Using like little example getting cooked isn't the main thing, and it's about how consistent you are. So if you see me get cooked twice out of 10 games, and that, but the other 8 I was cold. I'm a pretty good defender, and that it's just that. It's what I agree what you and N said. It's application, but what I said on the last show when I was speaking to Quasi is, I think there comes a point where I can't talk about your application no more, because clearly you've just made it part of your personality now. So now I've just got to judge you on what you do. You get me? It's like we know geezers who on the streets who are cold at football and that, bro. But if you're not going to try in that, then you're just whatever in it. Like, can't call you better than anyone, and that's kind of how you have to do it now. You get me? So in that case, I've kind of give up on because I've been flying the flag like, nah, Trent, when he wants to do defense, because I've seen him on one-on-ones against some of the best in the world and stop them, bro. But every now and again,
it's more on a consistent basis.
Exactly, but now
for example, he could lock up someone like Vinicius. Then the next game he's playing like Southampton, a man's getting cooked by. I've seen him
against with Neymar and that, bro. I watched him play against him. You know what I mean? The first game he was really good. The second game he was all right, bro. You know what I mean? So we've seen him against Vinny, but what we'll say is, because you could say that it's not really fair between him and Bradley, although you can just look at attributes and what you see and go, oh, I think he's a better defender. So I don't think Bradley's way better at defending than the trend that applies himself. I think Bradley's a little bit better than that trend. But I think he's a lot better defending at the trend that doesn't apply himself. But as G said, going forward, Trent's way better. That's the truth as well. But there's too many things what consistently I see Trent do now, where it's like, nah, that's just what you are, bro. Like, before I used to be like, you lot are taking the piss now. You stop cooking my guy. He's actually good. Now I'm like, nah, you keep doing it. Like, we all know that someone crossed the ball at the back post and that Trent's probably not going to look over his shoulder. It's consistently bad. And I got more than one example of it. So, but it's not really a competition between them. Trent's obviously overall the better person in that position. I don't think that's the most important thing, though, because we've got a new manager now, innit? So based on what the new manager wants, Bradley's better than Trent.
Yeah, because I've seen Trent say some things. Like, he said one time in an interview, I want to be a fullback that no one wants to come up against. Then show us that, because we see you go into one-on-ones at times, and you just look unbothered. Yeah, like in terms of how you stand up the winger and everything, and then sometimes you just let him go past you, and then you won't even run back at times. I remember against Napoli, I'll never forget that game against 𝑵𝑬𝑾𝑺. I remember 𝑵𝑬𝑃 just skipped past him and started walking back into the box. Yeah, so it's stuff like that. And then, like, when you're saying, "Oh, I want to be a fullback that no one wants to come up against," show us.
I think
but also you're still talking.
I think he means it.
Yeah,
I think he means it. But meaning it and doing it, two different things, bro. You know what I mean? I think I'm all right at the content creation thing, bro. I have ideas and that. Sometimes I step in front of my laptop and that, and nothing gets recorded that day, blood. So I can't be telling you I want to be the best YouTuber in that car. Man ain't applying himself. You get me? And that's what I feel with Trent, bro.
Is it? You know, since he made that comment though, boys. Yeah, I know. Say a week and a half ago, maybe 1.5 games, maybe 2 games.
2 games ago,
we're not giving him enough time to prove it. Then, no, we just like, yo, it should be.
We're not giving him enough time to prove it since he said it, because it's only 2 games ago. But the game after he said it was shit, and the game after that,
Bologna, he was good.
And the game after that was Palace, and he was all right. But to be fair to the Palace one, just done what he can do, innit? Like, you know what I mean? I didn't particularly think he was shit, but the one before that, that's the one I had a problem with him. I was like, I don't like this, but I will stick with it. If the manager likes it, then safe by the manager, innit? It's one of them.
Let's talk about the next two then. Salah, Virgil. Obviously, we know that I see Fabrizio's one, Paul Hurst. Who else did I see? I see another tweet as well, just basically saying they're having conversations, contracts are there, but they're stalling or they can't come to an agreement, whatever the word is they want to use. So obviously we're talking to them to try and get them to sign a new deal. I'm not even going to ask which one would you think is not going to sign. I think we've kind of spoke about that so many times, man. But it's, what do you think is the sticking point for these guys' contracts? For like Trent's, Virgil's, and Salah, you each can take one, break it down whatever way you see fit. Chat, you guys can get involved as well. In terms of like, what do you think it's the sticking point? Because obviously we're talking to them, but maybe the progressions are stalled based on what.
I think for like Virgil, it might be just like maybe like length of time, like the time that you're offering him in comparison. Like he might want a bit more security in that kind of sense. Money maybe as well, but I feel like if you can maybe agree on the time, maybe you could probably end up agreeing with that. But also the problem I think Liverpool have now, which is their fault, by the way, it's just not their thing, is that these are going to be the three highest earners at the football club. The wages that you're going to have to put these three players on, I don't think falls in line with FSG's approach. So that's probably going to be their issue, is that either you break out of that mold for these three players, which then opens up a can of worms, because then the next guy further on down the line, he's also going to say the same thing. And then you get yourself into, a bit of a wage problem later on. And FSG strike me as a organization, as a company that they're not thinking next year, they're thinking the next 10 years. They're trying to look at like what the wages potentially could be, trying to, compare it with the market. Well, how does the market look? Will it look better? Will it look worse? Whatever. So I feel like that's going to be the problem, is we're all sitting with, not us, but fans are like, yeah, just sign all three. Yeah, okay, cool. So are you paying these wages? Because these wages are going to be big boy P. And we already know that we have a wage structure for a reason. You can't just keep saying, okay, I'll break it for these three guys. Okay, break it for these three guys. What happens if Gravenberch goes on this Ballon d'Or form, wins the Ballon d'Or next year? Do you then have to break it for him when he's asking for a new contract? What happens if the next guy, like, it never ends? And Liverpool, from how I see them, they're smarter than that. They don't want to be in that position because clubs have done that. They've seen the Chelseas, the Manchester United. Look at Man United have had to reduce wage bill. What do you mean reduce your wage bill? Like, it's because you've gone too far giving contracts to Ibrahimovic, Pogba, Di Maria, Falcao, all of these guys, because they're top players and stuff like that. We've also got top players. So it's about the compromise. And I think that's where Liverpool are probably struggling at the moment. Not so much that I believe they want to sign all three 100%. I've got no doubt about that. But trying to sign all three and trying to meet their terms, this is where the players now have to look at it and just think. That's why I feel like the team, like for me, I said, bro, I don't care if you sign or don't sign. Just win the league and you can bounce. Like, I could care less what you do after that. That's my 2 Premier Leagues. I'm good. You know what I mean? I've seen my club win 2 Premier Leagues. I can think these three are going to obviously have been pivotal to the first one, and they're going to be pivotal for this one as well. They've done everything for the football club. What more can I keep asking from these guys? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like now I'm just trying to get blood out of a stone. If I'm just saying, nah, give me more, give me some more, bro. Contract's done, do your thing, but win before you know what I mean, before you kind of bounce. But it's just going to be the wages, man. I just think the structure of the football club is running away why Liverpool are so profitable right now. I don't think they want to break that. So just have to wait and see.
I think that's what Cop Connection is saying there. Big up to the guys watching over on X as well. It's on Use. And I don't know when you joined, bro, but I was saying, I feel like, and maybe I was a part of it as well. I can't remember what my actual words were when I said about Hughes, but just looking at it from yesterday, I'm just like, bro, like this man has been left in the lurch, bro, and his job is to make sure he sorts these all out. And if he doesn't, then we look at him in a bad light, like, yo, you're a waste man for not. But I'm like, he didn't expect to come to the club and go, rah, Virgil, Salah, and Trent is out of contract, bro. And then Ibu's the year after, and then the next guy is the year after that. And do you know what I mean? He just thought, let me just sort out the ones that I can sort out, and maybe the guys before me put us in a good standing in terms of getting these guys to sign new deals. But it is, man. It's down to you now, bro. And if you don't do it, it's on your head. But what do you guys think, man? For like Salah's one, because I know I'll hear about the wages and that, and maybe the time in the contract. But yeah, maybe the Virgil is the only one I don't want to lose, and possibly Trent, because I think for his age and stuff like that. If I had to choose, but would I want all three of them? Yes, of course, I want them to stay. Yeah. What were you thinking, Sav, Harris?
I think it's a bit of what G said, man. I think the club runs on a structure. They broke the wage structure for Salah on his last contract already. But the structure's not just wages, is it? It's the age of the players as well. And they went against that before because they had a manager that won stuff, so they granted him certain things as almost a reward on it for his players. Yeah. I don't think taking Trent out of it, the other two literally go against what Edwards and I don't know about Hughes, but what Edwards would have done. And Edwards is Hughes' boss now, isn't it? So they're signing man over the age of 30 and all that stuff and signing them up for longer. They've got the data in it, the data people. So they've got the data of all the players over a certain age. And obviously the ones that stand out for us are the ones that are ballers in it. Benzema, Modric, Kroos and all that. But there's way more that fall off after 30. It's just that we just look at the best in the world, innit? So that's natural that we're going to be like, no, but Modric could do it and all that. I think, yeah, the assurances when it comes to wages in terms of if I'm going to sign this contract, it's probably going to be my last contract at the top level. So are you going to keep me on the same wage and give me the time I want, or are you going to give me the time I want and up my wage? Like, you know what I mean? Are you going to lower my time and up my wage? Yeah, I mean, there's different ways to go about it.
Yeah.
And I think that there might be a factor in, obviously, I go off what they said. They said that the club hadn't spoke to them, so I'll take them on their word. But I think anyway, even if the club had spoke to them, I think there was a part of like, I need to see what this manager's going to do, bro. I need to see, you know what I mean? They can't wait all season to see what the manager's going to do. But I can wait a little bit and see what direction he's going in. Do I like him? Do I like how his direction for the club is? Do I like his ambitions? When we have our meeting and that, is he talking about we're definitely trying to get top four? Is he saying we want to win the league? Is he saying that we want to be the best club in England, or is he saying that we want to be one of the best clubs in England? You know what I mean? And them kind of things, bro. And it's worth the talk, innit? And I think Salah seems super ambitious anyway. Yeah, I mean, he's played for a few clubs in his career now. Fiorentina, Roma, Basel, Chelsea, Liverpool. Liverpool's the one worked out in England for him. He seems so ambitious that, like, he might be looking at this time in my life, bro. I feel good, but the clock is ticking. So maybe it's time for me to move on, bro. So he might just leave, even whether the club spoke to him or not. They said it hasn't, but he might still want to leave. And it's not a problem. It's not a problem. They've been grafting for Liverpool for a minute now. It's nearly a decade. Closer to a decade than it is, you know what I mean, 2 years. So if they want to leave, I get it. Again, if I had to pick, it would be Virgil to stay, but simply because I've seen the club in different periods without Salah and different periods without Trent, and we got on fine. They're like, don't get me wrong, that doesn't tell the whole story, because a longer period without them, you probably see that, okay, we need Salah's goals and all that. But at the end of the day, that's not Salah's fault. That's what strikers are for, innit? So sort that out. Same with Trent, right back and no right back. I mean, people keep we're going to miss his creativity. And yeah, that's what your midfielders are for, innit? They'll have to step up. Safe. Eventually, they're going to leave anyway, these people. But Virgil, even though he's going to have to leave eventually, I've seen the defense for a whole year without him. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Sometimes I don't like our defense with him in it, bruv, so I can imagine without him.
You'll be shaken, not stirred, bro, with Virgil.
You'd just rather have him there for a few more years, where whoever's going to take his spot, slowly starts to get more and more game time, forms a partnership with Konate or whoever it is. That way, basically, I want a Vincent Kompany Virgil in it, because Vincent Kompany towards the end, we've seen him in big games and that, but he weren't playing every week.
Nah.
And obviously, as part of that was he used to get a lot of injuries, but at the same time, I think they would have moved away from him anyway, bro. And that's what I want for Virgil. And then, slowly, he's a legend at Man City. You know what I mean? Virgil's a legend here. They're both captains. And, you know what I mean? They won everything at the clubs. So I want the same thing for Virgil. You know what I mean? You don't particularly have to stay at when we say someone retired at Liverpool and that, it doesn't really happen. And Carragher's the only one who retired at Liverpool. Gerrard did, and he went to LA Galaxy. So, I just want him to, oversee the next period, the next transformation in the club in terms of the centre backs and that. And yeah, hopefully, that's what happens. But I really believe that Salah in particular, which I rate him for, by the way, he does seem mad ambitious. Like anytime you hear him speak, bro, ambition's oozing blood. And I'll say Virgil has ambition, but because he's so laid back and that he don't really give away a lot, and it's Salah's oozing ambition blood. And if he can smell that there's a chance at another club, which is going to be hard. There's not much bigger clubs in Liverpool, even though we're not the biggest. Four bigger clubs in Liverpool? Maybe 5 max. Yeah, man. So who knows, bro.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a case of sorry?
No, I'm saying it'll be interesting to kind of see where the club goes. But I think all of what you guys have mentioned is perfectly right, bro. It's age, it's the time, and you're right, bro. Because I think it could be the time frame. I don't think it's the wage, and not only that as well. There's a few people have said like pay them what they deserve, and I'm like, you know what happens with that as well. Not only if you give them time and then you pay them that money, there's a sense of entitlement. So then it stops you as a club to then go and get other players that can fulfill those roles. So say for an example, you go, right, Mo, you're on 350. I bump that up to 4, give you a 2-year contract, extension on top. It stops you probably from going to get the next guy because the next guy goes, right, if I buy someone around, I don't know, the 25 mark, next up and comer, you're right, I'm going to have to now wait 2 years to really get into this team because Mo is always going to be the mainstayer. Plus, because of the money we're paying him, it means that we trust him to stay and carry on in terms of his form. Same for Virgil. So another centre-back that we thought could come in, we go, right now, Virgil, we're going to give you a 3-year extension, but we'll keep you on. We're giving you longer, but we'll keep you on the same wages. That other centre-back comes in and go, I'm going to have to then wait 3 years because Ibu's 25. Quansah just signed a new long-term deal, so I'm going to have to wait unless by some chance or miracle, I'm going to shine every time I step in and I'm going to take an Ibu's position and maybe have to partnership.
That's a great point, I didn't think because them two in particular, their spot's cemented on it. Like they don't leave unless they're injured and that. So you are right. It's
they don't get injured.
Now you basically have the same problem that we've had. Not a problem because Salah's been great for Liverpool, but the same issue that we've had the whole time with Salah. With everyone goes buy another right winger, and it's like, yeah, I agree, but who are you going to buy? Because they're gonna have to almost know that I'm not playing ahead of Salah, bro. He's the best. Yeah, you don't play against the best. You go Barcelona and play behind Messi. You know that you might get 3 games a season, blood. You have to hold that. You have to hold that until your grandkid you got to train with Messi, blood. You get me? So that's a big factor. Our wages are thingy as well, on it. Like we know this anyway. They're incentive based, and it's you have your base wage, but ours gets bumped up based on what they do on it. And I feel like the latter part of your career, I don't really want my wage bumped up on what I do. I just want to be paid. Yeah,
because you want it guaranteed, innit? You want to know this is what guaranteed to make.
My clean sheets are good. Okay, to change this season so far, but salary, his goals and all that, I'm like, bro, naturally they're gonna go down a little bit. This is normal, on it. I'm not gonna get better, but I can maintain a level, bro. And if you like,
it'll be interesting to see when that when his goals does start to dry up, and then I think that's when we have our conversation about Salah when his goals do dry up. Because at the moment, I don't see any of our attackers. Yeah, like we say someone like Jota, a fit Jota gets us this like X amount of goals. But the way how he started the season, it's looking a bit techie for him. I know he did score last game, but like overall performances with Jota it's not always great.
Yeah, but no one cares about performances. Ends debunked that last week. No one cares about performances anymore, bro. So
it's more GA.
Even if you think Jota's playing rubbish at the moment, just based on how he started and the amount of goals he's got, which is not that many, but based across the whole season, he does end up on about 20 Prem goals.
Do you know what? Do you know what I saw, Sam? I saw, when a player starts getting criticism, there's always a section of when they go, oh yeah, but he scored this amount in this amount of games. That's what I've seen now for Jota. So because he obviously missed the 2 chances. You're like, nah, but in 100 games, he's got 80 GA. I'm like, yeah, I know how good he is, bro. And I think everyone knows he's very good. But yeah, he still did miss the 2 chances, bro. And you have to kind of speak on
like from other clubs, we've seen as Liverpool fans, we've seen other clubs been in this position in it where they up the wages on somebody. Then the person falls off a cliff, bro. They did that. Arsenal did that back with Aubameyang, and they paid him the money and he crashed, blood. And Man U did it with Sanchez and that, and he crashed.
Bruno.
Yeah, but bro, these man, bro, They did. I mean, look how much money they tried to give Sancho on his contract and that, bro. Is that Chelsea on loan?
350 grand he was on, bro.
Rashford, Rashid blood, the first crash blood. So they've got that kind of knowledge as well. And one thing I will say about fans, this thing doesn't work out when people go, well, go and check the rest of the right backs in the league. Trent should get this much. Bruv, they're different football clubs. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, bruv. You get
Different
me?
structures.
Yeah.
No one looks at the
Burger King employee can't be talking about my man at McDonald's gets more. Go play for that. Go play for McDonald's then.
For if Trent was at Man United, then he'd be
It doesn't
getting.
work, bruv, because the first thing everyone does when it comes to like people like Trent and that is they go check Reece James in it. Because like, well, his captain at Chelsea, Trent's vice captain here, he gets paid this much. Yeah, plays for Chelsea. So you seen that the Donnies out over Chelsea just throwing billions around here. That's normal. It doesn't work like that. You don't get to look at the other. You don't get to look at De Bruyne and go, De Bruyne's on this much. Why should be on this much? Or Stone's on this much. Why? It doesn't work like that, bro. And this player's on this much, bro. You are your own individual. That's what you have an agent for, bro. That's where he works his magic.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know when the Reece James thing, I've been seeing this recently. It's starting to really get on my nerves.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of Liverpool fans say, "Oh, Trent's got this amount of GA and Reece James has this amount of appearances." I was thinking, what did Reece James do to you for him to get this much abuse when it comes to injuries?
I hate him.
Like we have played football. I haven't had a bad injury yet. Touch wood, it doesn't happen, but it probably will happen because it happens to everyone. Yeah. Reece James at the moment, to not play this amount of football in this amount of years it's gonna mentally hurt you. Yeah, because he's the captain of Chelsea. He hasn't played in like how long? Yeah, and just like imagine how he might feel like when he's not playing this amount of football. And then when you keep hearing people trying to compare you to Trent, and Trent's doing this good, and look at you, you're cleaning floors or something. Like there was a photo of him cleaning floors. Yeah, and there was a lot of Liverpool fans like abusing him, saying, this is where you are now. I was thinking, bro, cut the guy some slack, because for starters, he's not even playing football anymore, and you're still abusing him. So it's literally there's no need for it.
Hey man, Liverpool fans abuse Thiago and Naby, and they played for us, bro. So I don't expect any different from them, to be honest, bro. That's how man get down. The Trent and Reece thing comes from Chelsea fans in the first place, to be honest. Because obviously Trent was the leading right back in the league. You know what I mean? And Walker was having bit part games for him in it. Trent was the best in it, and then obviously James come on the scene after, I think, from Wigan, from his loan move, and that started cooking. They won the Champions League. It started to be the matchup. Trent won the Champions League. Reece James won the Champions League, and that who's better at whatever. I get it because there's a little bit more attacking. And then, that's what happens, brother. And then he gets injured. So that's what they use against him. I think Liverpool fans are a little bit around the edge, though, when it comes to the
They're
Trent.
very sensitive. Sensitive.
It's because they know the truth on it about Reece James and Trent. If Reece James isn't injured, we know who the better one is. But he is injured, so we don't have to.
Because Reece James is a good he is a good player, and he is a good defender. Yeah. There's no denying that. But it's like, since Chelsea fans did start the debate, and since he's injured, it's like you Liverpool fans are taking your chance just to attack the brother now, when he's not even playing football.
Yeah, you should just attack him about being zesty, bro, not his football.
Nah, attack him, bro.
Said about being zesty.
What were you going to say before we move on, bro? Apologies for interrupting earlier.
Definitely lost my train of thought
That's all
behind all of that. But listen, man, I just think that at the end of the day, with these three players, if they go, they go. Honestly, I couldn't even care less at this point. Like, just make sure that before you do leave, you man just have the season of your lives. And at the moment, Liverpool top of the table. You know what I mean? We're doing our thing. And it's going to come down to perception. Like, bro, like two of the players are over the age of 30. Yes, we can say right now they're doing like what they're supposed to be doing in terms of as a defender, as an attacker. But we don't know like what that's going to look like in 2 years' time, for example, in 3, like who knows? And again, I just think the money that you're gonna have to pay these guys, I don't know if we want to have to kind of break a wage structure for these three players at the exact same time, because that's what we're going to have to do. It's not like you can do Trent this year, Salah next year, Virgil the year after. Bro, you've got to do all three in the same time. Like that's not easy, bro. So when you're in that position, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, and when you're in that position, I don't know any club who's been in that position where you've had to. I can't remember. Maybe someone's probably gonna throw it in there, but I can't remember your 3 best players all at the same time, and you have to try and like renew all of them, and they're already on big P as it is, and they want quite a lot of money or added on top. Yeesh, on top of the years that we're gonna have to pay them as well. Then you start looking at it thinking, hey, we saying what? They're not another right back out there that we can just find that could come in and do a job for us, like, or they're not another right winger that we can just use, or what? Ben has a good loan season, we can't bring him back in alongside Chiesa and that, like, that all these things start to play, into their thinking. So I just think they won't sign all 3 of them. I cannot see a world how you'll be able to do that. So. Yeah,
especially stepping on the manager's toes as well, because he might have his own ideas of what he wants going forward in the future.
Exactly.
He might go, I want the guys because they're very good and they're world-class players. But at the same time, bro, but the following season, I might want to run something different, and X, Y, and Z may not have the ability to run what I'm trying to run because I've seen it for a year now. So then you do that, the manager's like, oh, so that means I have to keep them, and which is not a bad thing because obviously, they're ballers or whatever, but at the same time, he might want to go in a different direction, and that might just stop what we want. Because as a fan, we'll be like, no, we need to go and buy my man. He's up for grabs. And he's like, bro, I can't. I would love to have him, but he's saying he doesn't want to come here because Mo has got 3 years left. Virgil's got 2 years left. Trent has 6 years left. So even if I come here, I'm not going to be playing where these men over here, on the other hand, are saying, look, listen, you're number one if you come over here,
Exactly.
And that's going to be the issue, and that could just stop us from buying the players that are interested in coming to Liverpool. That's going to make us a better team. But Alisson, man, injured again. After every Trivela pass, he gets injured.
Yeah, no, that's what I said as well, man. Although he might just
very concerning.
It must be something in this diet that he's eating that's bad to get this much injuries as a goalkeeper. Because I haven't seen, apart from him and what's his name from AC Milan, Mayon. Yeah,
Mayon, sorry.
Yeah, his injury record is poor, but we're lucky we have a reliable keeper in Kelleher to come in and fill in the shoes. Yeah, and then we've got Jarell as well, who I think is a decent keeper. Haven't seen much of him, but what I've seen is good of him. So I'm not really concerned. I'll be real. Yeah, because Kelleher's good on the ball. He's a good shot stopper. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna miss Alisson as much as our fans may overreact and say we will. Yeah, at the end of the day, if you look at our defensive structure and how we defend, yeah, it's not like last season where Alisson's making that 20 saves a game, and he's getting man of the match shouts. So I'm not really concerned. It might come back to bite me if Kelleher does start moving spooky in those fixtures, in those 10 fixtures. But I have full trust in Kelleher.
We saw him last season, though. So, Harris, what you're saying
exactly.
is right. We saw him come in for the 2.5 months when Alisson was out last season. So it's not like we don't have games to measure it up against.
Yeah, 26 games.
Chelsea in the final.
26 games.
But I think, but even still, though, I'll keep it a buck, though, bro. Like, I don't care how good a Kelleher is. He ain't even close to Alisson. So it's madly concerning to know that your top keeper, as Slot said, the best keeper in the world, is getting injured as frequently as he does. Because the reality is, I don't want to see Kelleher. Whether he's good, not good, I don't want to see him in goal. You know what I'm trying to say? Like no one does. You don't want to see him in goal. The reality is you want to see Alisson in goal. The only time I want to see Kelleher is when we're doing Carabao Cup, FA Cup, them kind of things there. The fact that I have to see Kelleher, and by the way, like Harris, 100%, he's a good keeper. But yeah, all of that. But I don't want to see you in goal, though. I shouldn't have to see, like, someone tell me here who Bayern Munich's second goalkeeper is, or who this, or PSG. Like, you won't know why, because the reality is their goalkeepers are usually, obviously, Neuer had that mad injury, but outside of that, but you know what I mean. Like it's just you're not gonna see these guys because that's their number one goalkeeper, and you're only gonna see them as and when you need to kind of see them. So the fact is that we even got a Kelleher here, it's almost like, well, we've had to have a Kelleher because the reality is this guy gets injured so much you almost need a first choice goalkeeper just in reserve. That's not how teams work. Like no teams don't. The top clubs anyway. They don't usually have a first choice keeper in as their second choice keeper, if that makes sense. Like because usually that first choice keeper is just the first choice. He's as good as this, blah, blah, blah. Second choice is the second choice. Be as good as whatever, but he serves a role. He serves a purpose. Bro, Kelleher is now, you guys just said it there. Tony's played like 26 games and, you know, all of this kind of, what do you mean 26 games? Bro, I don't want to see 26 times a season. That don't make no sense. And that's not disrespect to him because he has been good. Of course he's been good. But it's like, I'm having to force you into this position of like, oh yeah, well you have to. What do you mean you have to? No, Alisson, whatever you're doing, I think you stop fucking doing it, bro. Like, you can't keep constantly getting injured, bro.
I got a bit more sympathy for Alisson still, but I don't think he's doing anything wrong, man. Some man are just made up different, and it, blood. Like he's a tall youth, but he's got quite a bit of muscle mass for a goalkeeper as well. Happens, man. Yeah, I mean, he just might be his thing, but he misses average about 6-7 games a season altogether. He's probably missed about 40 games for Liverpool, so about that much, man.
Oh, he's definitely missed more than 40 games. I'm looking at it now. He's missed way more than that.
Really?
So Premier League wise, or is that?
I think it's about 40 games.
This is just all competition.
It's a lot of days, but
okay, all competition.
The only reason why I didn't, because I was about to say
no games missed. Literally, last season he missed 50.
In other competitions as well. We would use another goalkeeper in certain competitions, apart from the Champions League.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah, they're not counting. They're just counting. Yeah, I guess they're just counting it as from the day he gets.
I'll be honest, bro. Like
every
now and again. Yeah, I mean, G was talking about last week with Salah, but he was talking about performances. I'm talking about this week with Alisson. He's the best, bro. So I don't care. I don't care. There's no talk. I'm not selling him. Not doing anything. If he gets injured, he gets injured, and it like it is one of those, bro. It sucks, but you brought Mamardashvili already in it, so just hopefully bring man in, and that everyone's like, I don't know how you're gonna have Mamardashvili when blah 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 because he should be number one. Well, that's what will happen then, isn't it? That's the natural transformation, bro. He comes in at some point, and he plays because Alisson's injured, or he plays anyway, and then just takes Alisson's spot. That's it, and then Alisson can move on. I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. At the end of the day, I can't do nothing about it, blood. It's one position on the pitch. You know what I mean? Other positions have bare different subs and that in there. Alisson's cold, but our defense is a lot better than it was. It's not as open. So tighten that up and that. And I think actually you might even see it. I know G's right. You never want to see your second goalkeeper because it means something's happened. You don't want to see your second striker either because it means something's happened to the other one. But I think with the defense a bit more sure than I think Kelleher will play even better, to be honest, bro. Because I have no problem with his shot stopping, and Alisson's best attribute is his one-on-ones, isn't it? Don't want to get put in that position as much this season. I don't think we are either. Yes, other teams are getting chances, but they're getting chances what they'd have it either way. So yeah, man, it sucks, of course, bro. But yeah, man, he seems like a dedicated youth professional and that takes care of himself. Just the makeup of some man, innit, bro? That's how it works, bro. Work as hard as you want. Sometimes you just fucked, bro.
The good thing that he's come across the international break as well, so we get that added thing where he's not, you know what I mean, it's not we're missing the games this week where we probably would have to play midweek weekend. So, you know, he might come back
still
around.
Missing,
I know.
Like he's still missing to the next international break from what I heard. I'm like, brother, what kind of injury do you I think like especially with Alisson, yeah, you know, people say like goalkeepers like they get better, obviously, like defenders, centre backs, sorry, you get better with age, right? This will be very concerning if you're getting older and picking up and you're picking up these kind of injuries at an older age. That's where I get a little bit more concerned. It's different if maybe he had these injuries like really young, for example, and then obviously just develop over time, and then he's not picking up so much. Obviously, players get injured. I'm not saying you're going to go through life and never get injured, but the fact that you pick them up so frequently and then time continues to go on, I don't know how you look at that forward. I'm like, Brian, 2 years. How many games would he have missed in 2 years' time? Now, he's not going to be the same Alisson. Like, no, you end up, I mean, over time, something's going to happen to you in terms of your just natural ability, you know, kind of thing. And as you said, you got Mamardashvili. You ain't going to be sitting there thinking, bro, I'm not coming in every time because this guy getting injured. I'm playing now. You know what I mean? Because he's performing potentially, you know, at that moment in time. So let's wait and see, man. But Ali's obviously a top player, man.
Mamardashvili coming on a condolences one, blood. I hear it.
Nah,
I like that.
Exact same way, blood. That's what I feel like.
Man. I'm surprised he didn't send a tweet out himself, bro, with some flowers in it and that, bro. Just,
Here you go, Ali.
You know what I mean? January's around the corner. You know what I mean? Recall, if anything, man.
Come on.
McAllister obviously went travelled on international duties. Obviously, they're going to assess him whether he can play. Doesn't look like he's injured. I doubt he would have travelled if, you know, I mean, he wasn't fit or close to being fit to play for them. So I think
It's a
that's
bit of a
fine.
weird thing with Alisson though. That McAllister. That every time he picks up a knock or something like that, and he's either on international duty already or about to go, he still ends up playing for them.
That's what I was about to say. I don't think it would have made any difference had he been.
Yeah, because they did that
injured
last
or
time. We knew he was injured because it was reported he came off, and then was like, oh, I guess he's not going to play the next Argentina game. And then I watched the Argentina game and he played, bro, and he got kicked again, bro.
Nah, he just plays in it, man. And then the last but not least, the other guy that was the injured concern, Kelleher, but obviously my man's in training. You know what I mean? So he'll be, you know what I mean? Safe journeys, Mr. Queef blood, because we need you fit for the upcoming games we've got coming up. And then I saw this one, interesting one about the Eze. I know G's one of G's favorite players. Savage is one of his favorite players, one of my favorite players. Do you think there's any truth in this, bro? That there is a 68 million release clause in his contract? Is he someone that we could look to get? Could he be the one that we try and get to play in the 10? Premier League proven, cold player. We know this, international level now with England. Could he be that guy we go and get to? Maybe not even in the 10, but if that's the formation going forward.
I think the contract buy clause is true because I know he had one in the first place and then it ran out, it expired, and then they had a new one. Liverpool getting him? Nah, it's not going to happen, man. I think they would have done it already. With the last buy clause was less money, so I think they would have done it already. Hopefully he doesn't end up at Man City if they don't get Musiala, but they'll probably get him anyway, bro. Samples, man. I don't even get it. When I see players, basically what happens with me is if I see a baller, that means I'm not going to Liverpool. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. There's not been one baller I have ever seen.
Nah, bro, and there always has to be a caveat, bro, when they do get to Liverpool. So the ones that do end up here, so it's Thiago. Okay, it's Thiago at a later age, but it's still Thiago. But he gets injuries. Okay, it's safe. It's Chiesa. It's the baller. He was the best in the Euros. Yeah, but he does get injuries. Oh, okay. And that's it. Oh, Shaqiri. Yeah, but Shaqiri like 5 years after the Stoke Shaqiri. Oh, okay.
So we never get them. Are you saying we're not getting them at the right moment? We
get the used product from CEX, blood.
Scratch
this. No DLC in that, like.
Yeah, blood. Like you don't get the pamphlet. You don't get the
you don't just give me the. I have it. You know what's bad? Sorry, yeah. You know what's bad? I just bought. I was telling Eds earlier on. Yeah, I just bought God of War. Yeah, Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And I got it from the CEX. Yeah, it didn't come with a pamphlet, bro. It just
no pamphlet,
CD, bro.
For the price you're paying, you get a pamphlet, bro. You're lucky to get a sleeve, blood.
Don't he just show me the CDs, like CD here? I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, little CD, bro, a little CEX sticker on the side, blood. That's what they give you, bro.
The disc is floating in the case, not even clicked down.
It's not even clicked down.
He's gonna get it home and it's gonna be good in that, but it ain't the same as getting a brand new one.
Nah, it's not the same, bro. It's not the same still.
Because you don't know what the other owner was doing. He was just chucking it in the corner, bro. Anytime you need, I'll just go and grab it. Cobwebs.
Just never. I swear, I know it sounds crazy, but just think of it. Your time being a Liverpool fan, it just doesn't happen, blood.
Nope.
Like the odd time. Well, we got Torres. Okay, you got Torres. That's cold, isn't it? Suarez wasn't that Suarez yet. He was still buying.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
Doing that blood. Yeah, I mean, doing the
Alonso, Mascherano wasn't Mascherano.
Nah, none of them was that, bruv. Like Virgil was the Virgil who was doing up madnesses with Yoshida and not making mistakes.
Everyone told us they was shit anyway. You overpaid.
Yeah. You get me. So it's not. Alisson was getting buried by Liverpool blood the season before. So
Savage to this day, I like obviously Ali. Come on, number one. To this day, I sat there when we signed him, and I remember saying, "What the fuck are you signing a guy?"
The way Salah mistreated him in that Roma game, bro.
Are you mad?
Man treated him like he wasn't his brethren beforehand, you know. Just
hey, bro, but I tell you, bro, the revisionism of history kills me, bro. Because all the Liverpool fans like, yeah, when he was at Roma, I want him. For what?
No, you didn't.
For what?
Stop trying.
Oblak was the one. Alisson was all right. Oblak was the one I wanted. But
exactly,
Alisson was the guy.
But Alisson was like way down the list of keepers. In your head, if you could choose like a keeper, Alisson was definitely not a top 3 name that you said. And by the way, that's not to say he wasn't good. It's just Oblak. You there was too many other goalkeepers.
Was the one you'd have thought to go and get. If you were going to get one out of the 2. At the time, Oblak, but Alisson proved everyone wrong. I guess
we are the real life Mighty Ducks, blood. Think about the Mighty Ducks movie and that they play against like these German teams with the big 7 foot 15-year-olds and that blood, And then might just have to get their done off the streets. They got their goalkeeper who's a gal out of nowhere, blood, who's highly skilled.
Savage, but just once, yeah. Like I wanna, like, you know, like it's so annoying, bro. Like I don't think you understand how frustrating. To be fair, we're all the same.
Now
right?
we are, brother. We're the rowdy rough boys, blood. We're not Powerpuff. We're rowdy.
Rowdy, yeah. We just get the random ones together and
like why can't yeah? I just go into like the summer, right? And by the way, I'm not even talking about the floor. Like, I'm not even going as far as Musiala and 𝑵𝑬𝑾𝑺, like, because that's like really high end. They're gonna cost you a amount of P. But I'm even saying like, what, you couldn't have got like a Bernardo Silva, like when he was at Monaco doing his thing. Like you couldn't even do something like that. Like you have to go and get, as you said, Shaqiri, and now we're getting Szoboszlai, who I rate, but you know we don't know who are going for his thing at this. Like it's just all kind of left.
He's
like,
definitely one I feel like we got at the right time, but he's not proven his ability.
He's not. Yes.
You know, like he was doing well, but he's not come and proven that you're a good player. He's the only one. 𝑵𝑬𝑾𝑺 we got when no one really wanted him. You know what I mean? The wayside, didn't get him when.
Like, why couldn't you get 𝑔avin at Ajax? Like, why did you have to get him go Bayern and do?
I'm sure we wanted him then as well, but he was like, nah, Liverpool, and you know what I mean? Can't convince me, like Bayern,
bro.
Which was right. Bayern was moving crazy.
Just give me the ballers, man. Like, this is why Eze. If you told me Eze, I'm like, bro, take Eze today.
We just take spare parts, bro, and make a great car blow down there. You know what I mean?
You know, it's mad because it was 𝑠𝑰𝑵𝑗𝑚 or Konate, and it was just about 𝑠𝑰𝑵𝑗𝑚. It was him, and we just went and got Konate. Obviously, Konate is you know what I mean, that guy now, but. Jeremy, we never go and get the guy that they say is the guy.
It's the guy, It's always,
the other guy we're going to get, bro.
Just the fact that the way G started that sentence, he said, I'm not trying to get like the uppers like Florian 𝑵𝑬𝑾𝑺 or Musiala, but why, blood?
Yeah, Savage,
just one of them.
I know, no, Savage, you already know. When it comes, if I could pick one player in world football today, bro, above anybody else, I'm picking Jamal Musiala.
If we could get like one, bro, if we get like one of those ballers every 3 years, bro, even that would be better than what, bro. Like, put it this way: watch what happens, bro. Watch and see if like Ryan Shirky don't end up at Liverpool, yeah. And he was a baller 3 years ago, but guess what? Now he's injury guy, blood. So it's another caveat to him, bro.
Yeah, we're not getting.
He did a madness the other day, though. Like,
but that's what happens to us, bro. We'll go get like. The next right or left back we get, bro, will be a baller, but he was a baller 5 years ago, bro.
5 years ago,
This is the main one you see on Twitter at the moment. Mr. Omar, another Egyptian, bro, killing it in the Bundesliga right now. But this is what I mean, innit? This is what we're talking about. Out of all the players in the Bundesliga, and it's not to say this you,
look at the names on this even list, bro.
No, bro. And don't take listen, the Egyptian ratio for the Prem ain't good, bro. You got Salah, bro, and then you got Al Ghazi, blood. It's not the same. Like,
Egyptian as well.
Yeah,
or is he one of them other guys?
I like him, man. I like Frankfurt anyway, but yeah.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of like a what's his name, the Girassi brother at British Dortmund now. Yeah, you know, you're like. Yeah, he was good. Like this brother, Omar, he'll probably hit 30G. I can already see that happening, right? I don't want him though. Like, I don't want you. Like, do you know what I mean? Like give me something else, bro. But I'm not dissing him.
We all know he's gonna end up at Fulham in 2 seasons, blood.
100%.
So far, he's played 6 games in the Bundesliga and he scored 8 goals and 4 assists.
That's what he's on record, by the way.
That's what he's on in the Bundesliga right now, bro. The game against Bayern, bro, what did he get in the Bayern game? Let's have a look. Scored 2 goals in the Bayern game.
Yeah, he can finish.
He can finish. I just know he doesn't look like a natural striker, though. It's so weird. Like, he doesn't.
Yeah, man. He doesn't know what it's like.
Because he can play on the wings. That's why, bro. He's like.
That's what he reminds me of, though. Okay.
That's what he's doing across the front line.
Yeah, and you know what's gonna happen as well, man. Because now he's come to prominence and he's Egyptian. You know what conversation's coming next, but. You know what I mean? Salah will recommend him. Salah told him on international duty that you should go to Liverpool. Shot.
I don't even know if he's even in the national team. You know, I don't even know if he even. I can check that while I'm here, can't I? Sorry, guys.
It's the 8th. It's the 8th of October. Just remember that Savage just said that. Yeah. If that comes up, just know that the people got it from here.
It's funny, yeah. Because
I know that's coming up.
Oh, he has played. He did play.
Because I always watch the Liga, yeah. You always know what's coming like 2 months later with like strikers and all that. I'll watch them. And I'll just be, you just watch him score, like, say Barcelona beats 1-7-1, but that guy scored the 1 goal and he was busy. You know what I mean? Real Madrid beats 1-4-1, this guy was busy. And in the game, I'm like, oh, he looks good, carry on playing the game and that. And then it's like, oh, yo, you should see this guy, he's cold. I'm like, nah, he's like, He's like Raul Jimenez for the league, bruv.
Yeah.
Good ballers and that, but that's it. But
Yeah,
from
like,
the outside, if you hear that this guy's good, see like a compilation, then leave it. Don't watch any more games. And then all what happens is every week you check your phone, he's scored. He's a baller to you, bruv. And I'm watching the game like, nah, but it's not that good. Bro.
he's alright. You know, he's alright.
Yeah, like my man. Oh, I forgot his name now. The one who's you see the goal against Atletico, the 1-1 game. You see the goal what my man scored in the 88th minute, the roasted, bruv. He'll be on the list soon, bruv.
I don't know. He's one of them players that can play across the front line. I don't know if it's true, but a lot of the guys are kind of covering it. So it'll be interesting. We're gonna get an attacker. Maybe this is the right fit to get and that's what we were talking about, isn't it? The guy that will come and sit for 2 years. But he's 25, gonna be 26 in February. So is he gonna come and if we give Mo
what's the other guy that everyone was gassing up who was at final? Jimenez,
yeah. He's injured now.
Yes, everyone forgot about that. When man found out Slot was going to Liverpool, he was the top striker. He was the best.
Now he doesn't
exist anymore. Who are you going to say?
How many goals has 𝑵𝑬𝑾𝑺 got this season?
Quite a few, blood. That's it.
The fact it's quiet, I don't know, blood.
Right, man said he's got 11 goals in the Portuguese league so far in all competitions. He's got. I'm going to say 5th.
Coventry and
he's got 12. He's got 12 in 11 games. 3 assists.
Till he gets in the Premier, starts doing the Coventry form thing, but
bro, then he starts getting 3 in 29, and you're just like, oh my god. Yeah, you know what? Actually, he looks like I can't lie. Yeah, not 𝑵𝑬𝑾𝑺. That Marmoush brother. He looked like Fulham type of signing. Like,
yeah, but you know what?
£30 million bid, like, and then there's a.
I feel like when fans are looking at a striker for the club, you have to watch bro. Don't read the stats, bro. Watch the game, bro. Just watch. And I'm not, of course, man, ain't got the time to watch every game. I'm gonna watch 3 games of this guy this season, and then I'm gonna watch him in the big games and that. You can't make up your mind off stat, bro. I swear to you, bro. Because some of these guys they stink, bro. Every player who cooks in the Prem now or who plays for like a lower team and they're on like 4 goals in like 18 games and that. At some point, they were in the other league mashing it up, bro. Bro, you have to be careful with some of these guys, bro.
Before we get to the Ibu and Virgil conversation,
Did
you see the comments? I see McAllister comment.
I watched him come out. I was watching the video of him come out the car. Man walked out like zesty vein blood. I was like, what is he doing, bro?
They're only having a good season. He's just thought, let me just, just do a random thing now.
I always try to give him a bit of a blight just because you forget that the French in it. That's the
and that leads me on to the next person I'm going to ask you about. Have you seen Koundé?
Oh yeah.
Of course I
was about to say because Koundé is the one who always wears the madness, blood. So
no. I'm seeing Donny dressing like a female in half of the. I'm like, I don't even understand. Like, what are we?
Fashionista.
The fashion world, G. We're not a part of that world.
Yeah, it's the fashion world thing, because listen, I know
I
know it's an idiot thing, bro. Because my son's starting to get into fashion and that, bro. And this new generation, I had to message him yesterday. He sent me this picture, and I was like, I already know who it is. I just saw the video and that, and he's like, he was laughing, and he was like, well, this looks kind of cold still. I said, nah, your generation's fucked, bro. It doesn't look cold, bro. Doesn't look cold, bro. That's what's happening, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I saw it when when the man was like last year when they was wearing pearls on that. Bro, I grew up. That was for gal, bro. Alone, pearls, bro.
What, your nan and that, like just rocking pearls now? You as a brother, just
and then you know what the man try and do, bro? They try and make us seem like the dickheads. That's what they do. If us like like. So a man rocking pearls, like, you need to get with the fashion, blood. You lot are out of touch, blood, man, getting old and that. It's pearls, blood. It's made for gal. What are you talking about?
Man said, now you're getting out of touch. What do you mean?
I'd rather remain so far out of touch that
I ain't gonna forget, bro. I ain't gonna forget 2011 times, bro, niggas in Paris, blood. When them was giving up leather dresses, blood, with Kanye and that, blood.
Oh, yeah.
Never in my life, bro. I have to stand on what I stand on. I ain't wearing that. I ain't wearing leather tight trousers like old school Eddie Murphy comedian business. I could never be caught in something so shiny, blood. What are you talking about?
Hey, man, you cream your skin that day, just leather trousers.
I'm wearing the Diddy party attire, blood. Not me, bruv.
shiny foreheads and shiny hands and shiny trousers, bro. That's what
Bro,
you're
it's
gonna
crazy,
be
bro.
seeing.
Wearing the mesh thing over their face and that, bro. Nah, blood.
Yeah.
And you know, blood. We sat there, went through that BalenciAga website for 2
Yeah.
hours. A one man walked out with a football top and a muff on his head, blood. Yeah. So when I saw that,
It's crazy. A
Man
man
was
walked
selling
out with 5 t-shirts sewn together, bro. That's what
and
man.
tell these man about the homeless.
That's it.
Bruv, no. This is the worst shit you've ever seen. And tell these man about the homeless trainers, blood.
Oh,
Bruv.
gosh.
Oh yeah, no. But I was chatting to
Homeless man trainers, blood.
I was chatting to one of my bedrooms, yeah, because he does he's got like a designer brand, yeah, that he works on with his boy. And I was asking him about it. I said, all right, let me ask you about this, because this is your world, not my world, you know what I mean? All of that kind of stuff. Even he and the people in his world were like, bro, you got to realize when you're as big as, say, Balenciaga or whatever, when you're so big, the reality is you almost feel that you can actually just drop anything. And as long as it's got that label, i.e. Balenciaga, Gucci, whatever you know these brands are, as long as you slap that on there, you're good to go, bro. Like you're good to go. Because the reality is, you said homeless trainer. Guess what? How much were they? I know they weren't homeless prices. I'll tell you that for free.
Probably about 2,000.
Yeah,
£2,000.
But you, bro,
Come on,
the thing is, bro. So I know, yeah, because me and my sons was joking about. I know some like posh youths that I grew up with and that like when they get Converse and Vans and that, they'll tell you straight away like, nah, these need to be worn in a bit more. They don't look. And then when it gets a bit dirty, they like it. I'm like, that's crazy to me, bro. Like,
yeah, that's crazy to me. Yeah.
But these were like, bro, anyone who's watched the episode The In-Betweeners, yeah, bro, when Will swaps his shoes with a homeless man, bro, it's the worst shit you've ever seen, bro. I was looking at him like, you have to go out your way to keep telling everyone you meet these are Balenciaga.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get cost for it, bro. And my thing is with fashion, be a bit risky if you want to. That's up to you. It's not my thing. But if you have to tell man what brand it is for them to accept it, it's not it, blood. Because I've seen man go, yeah, that hoodie is shit, blood. Then they're like, it's Gucci. Like, oh, you know what? Could kind of wear that still.
Yeah,
and
like, bro, nah, yeah.
And I have a theory on it, brother. It's not a conspiracy. I'm almost certain, yeah. Because you see them, the thing what me and Enz was watching, we end up watching like the fashion show. It looked like some Illuminati meeting in some top building. What was going on? Nah, because these like had like cream carpet and that, bruv, and they're just walking around looking crazy. Yeah. But normally, what you see in fashion shows, and the stuff they walk on the catwalk with, they don't actually release it to the public. That's just
yeah, for the show.
But you see the stuff where it's like you see them wearing it, like Gucci hoodies and the colorful T-shirt with the Gucci. Bruv, they made that for them to wear, bruv. Because at one point in their meetings, they were like, yeah, you see these urban youths and that, they're wearing our stuff and we don't want them to wear our stuff in it. So keep the classic range away from them and bring out these tracksuits and they'll lap it up, they'll pay for anything. And the them will pay for anything, bruv. Try telling me these ugly Dior trainers are nice because the Dior, not me. I'll tell you the shit, bruv. When you messaged earlier, when you tweeted earlier about H&M, bruv, music to my ears, that's my spot, bruv.
Yeah,
nice little plain jumper and that, bruv.
I literally got a plain jumper. Yeah, I literally got.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to find them, bro, because I really want to show them.
Bruv, man had the homeless 11s in them, blood.
Or the H11s in that. Hey.
With a cut off, like it looks like sliders, yeah, but it's a jeans. It's like jeans design, yeah. It's like half a trainers. They've cut off the back of the trainers.
Bro,
I knew how much it is, bro. £550. Man, then will buy that.
Yeah, because how
Converse,
chicken change.
Half a back of Converse, cut up.
Yeah, because how it started is, isn't it? I'll speak to End and I said, these men will pay for anything, Kelly. You know, when you go on holiday, you go to a souvenir shop. Every place you go to, when it's like New York, Paris, and all that, every shop has like, you in London, I love London hoodie in it. Yeah. So I was like, bro, I bet you Balenciaga sold this hoodie as well. So Googled it, it did. The regular hoodie, when you go to one of them shops in a different country, the max you're paying is 30 quid, isn't it? $30. Yeah. Bruv, every one of them tops that they sell, bruv, Balenciaga sold the same thing for like $2,000, bruv. I said, nah, bruv. Then one of their key rings were like 800 quid with just the Eiffel Tower on it, bruv. Plastic. I said, bruv, you can't get mad at them. I'm mad at you, man, them, bruv. You're not buying these,
bruv. This is again, it's that subconscious thinking. Now you see your favorite rapper.
Bro.
It goes back to like say when Mandem were wearing skinny jeans, the jeans so tight you don't even know I'm wearing jeans.
Never got me in my quad country, blood.
Yeah, but it was just one of those things, bro. And sometimes I think back to I think to myself, and I think back to some of the styles and fashions that have just come over time. Yes, you could say, yeah, cool, I'm in my early 30s, so maybe for me it just gets looked at a bit differently.
Yeah.
But bro, some of the things I see some of the people wearing, I'm like, and you're comfortable, like as in you feel comfortable. You've just left your house and you're comfortable.
Do you know what I'm gonna do?
Sometimes
Let's finish talking about this and then I'll
Okay.
Bro, some of these trends are crazy, blood.
Because I'm starting to think that these companies, are like in the factory. They're like, we got leftover material. We like just make something for the man them and they'll buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will, and all they'll do is because we know how influencers work. They'll go and message like little Uzi Vert because he's a weirdo in it. So they'll message them kind of guys in it. You know what I mean? And then he'll wear it to one of his rock concerts and that. He'll come out dressed like some little anime girl, and then they'll lap it up, bro. No, because they'll do weird shit, bro. Because that's a new thing, innit? Don't get me wrong. Like I like rock music and that, innit? But that's not my culture, bro. So like, there's certain like you might see me like an AC/DC H&M t-shirt, but
yeah.
I'm not dressing like them, man. That's their thing. So when they wear like eyeliner and that, I'm like, that's the rockers, innit? I don't want to see Mandem do it. But what's happened is they've tried to like they've appropriated the rock culture, brought it over, took some of the goth culture, took some of the zesty culture, merged it in one, and then try and tell me it's fashion, bruv. I don't want to see none of the bruv.
Painting your nails in that.
Bruv.
I'm all right.
Bruv, I heard a man say he had his nails painted. He said it's art, bruv, Basquiat, blood. I said, Basquiat.
What? Let's talk about what's art, bro. The art of defending. Our two centre backs this season is showing what defending is about, bro.
Come on.
The games are going across the bottom of the screen, guys, but I'm sure it's missing one game because the 7th game ain't there. But we're talking about clean sheets after clean sheets after clean sheets after clean sheets, bro. Do you know when the international break happened? Yeah, you see these two, so I'm paying attention, like begging and praying that these two come back fine, bro. Because the way they're defending right now, that's all we need. I don't want no interruption. Big up to Quansah signing your new deal and that. I don't want no interruption with this partnership. Fingers crossed, bro. None. Two goals conceded, Sav, in 7.
I hear it, man. Hilton Hotel settings with clean sheets.
In terms of the Prem, by the way, guys.
Yeah, man. Man, I'm moving like the laundry in EastEnders, but there's clean sheets, bro. Before the season started, bro. That's what I wanted, bro. More than anything, I wanted clean sheets, bro. We did a whole video and I said, I want our defenders to get to the point where they love it, bro. When they throw a tackle in, they celebrate it like it's a goal, bro. And now I see it with them, bro. Mad aggressive and that. Mad high fives and that. I love it, bro.
Bro, throwing yourself in front to block a shot and then high-fiving a punch in the air and kicking the post.
It's not a mistake, bro, that we've got the best defense in the Prem. Arsenal's got the second best defense in the Prem. You see what it's like when Gabriel makes a tackle, bro. Man looks like he scored, bro. I love it, bro. I love it. It's the passion, bro.
I do think though with those two, I almost feel like obviously what helps massively, and I think it's more than their actual performance for me anyway, because I don't think they've overperformed. I feel like they're exactly the same. Like I've seen them do this enough times. The way that we play though, I feel like it helps them so much defensively, because you've heard Slot, like the way that he seems to me, Slot seems like he's proper big on this defensive stuff. Like he's like that's something that he won't compromise. That's it. That's the word. It's no negotiable for him. And I almost feel like where you focus on that side of things, and you've already got two good defenders like a Virgil, like a Konate, you know what I mean? Like where you know that really they don't have to really do, because like they've not really overperformed like that. Like they've been calm. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 games where you're like, oh my god, like Konate, or oh my god, Virgil. But if we really looked at it, they've not really like done amazing this season. But that defensive structure has, and like I said, they're already 2 top class. One's world class, the other one's like top class. They're so good at what they do. You're almost like, if you can just build a structure or have a structure that allows for these 2 to be able to flourish, you'll start seeing the clean sheet after clean sheet after clean sheet after clean sheet. And that for me has been the major thing. Like I know some people saying, oh, you know, they've done it. I'm like, yeah, nah. I've seen them perform way better than they have done in like games, you know, in other seasons. But what we haven't ever seen is a structure which doesn't allow for too much to come through. So Virgil isn't going to always be, you know, left potentially isolated man seeing 2v1 attacks. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, right, where did everyone go, kind of thing. But now the way that we play, keep the ball better, and I think it's not so frantic, which is why maybe the bozo moments from Konate, which he still got, but those moments I feel like they're going to be less because the game isn't so hectic for him now. Whereas before it was so hectic. I'm seeing these bozo moments a bit too consistently, bro. Hence why you have the bozo G. But now I'm not seeing it as much. You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, and that's why I fucks with the team defending more than the players, if I'm being totally honest with you.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I feel if anything, Gravenberch should be in this photo too, blood, because that's what's
Yeah.
Having some defensive solidity in front of you is where you play your best football, man. It's, you know what I mean, when Virgil first got called the best centre back, it's because he had the DM in front of him, bro, that weren't letting stuff get through all the time. You know what I mean? If you can do that as much as you can, if 10 times out, you know what I mean, if you can only let 2 in out of the 10 times, then I'll deal with the 2, look like the best in the world. You deal with the 8. That's all you have to do, bro. And listen, that's fine. If they haven't got much to do, it means with what G said, we're defending as a team. And it just means that when you are called into action, get that job done. And then you deserve to be called the best. And that's fine, bro. I think that's what we've been doing. I think that's what Arsenal's been doing. And I think all the best centre-backs will be based on that, bro. I think everyone likes the individual kind of thing. But normally, if you're doing the individual stuff, that means either your team's leaking too much or you're getting caught on a transition all the time, and that's where the compilation comes from. That's why every time people go back to Virgil's best moment, it's when he's against Spurs, when he's got 2 guys like chasing him. But really, you don't want to be in that position. Now, fair enough, it was from a corner and that, so we can't do much about it. But yeah, I mean, that's it. I've seen people trying to take it away from other defenders when they're trying to big up these 2. For me, I'll just big them up because I feel that they're playing the best code in it. I don't have to take away from other defenders, but they always try and make an excuse. You know what I mean? So
you know, it's good that they're doing it under the radar as well, because obviously there's a lot around Gabriel and Saliba, which is fine. And I'd rather them not say nothing about us. And I feel like even from just looking around from even the mainstream media, there is a few people like, no, should we consider Liverpool? Or should, you know, this partnership? It feels like they want to talk about it, but they don't want to talk about it. And I feel like that stems from what we're doing as a team and a club. We're not bigging up anything we're doing, kind of thing. We're just like, oh yeah, it could have been better. The manager comes out and says, nah, yeah, you know, if you rate me for this, you know, when I leave, blah, blah, you know what I mean? It's not good enough. Or, yeah, did you not see the chance that we gave up there? Or, you know what I mean? Jota couldn't have scored them 2 goals. Like, he's never like, bigging up when they try and big him up and big up the team, he just always like bringing it down and not.
He's a smart guy.
And that's what the media is doing, bro. They're doing the exact same thing. They're like, we want to big you guys up, but at the same time, but you could.
All the last thumbnails from the major outlets leading into the winter thing, you know, the international break. They're all of them. What you're saying, all of them say stuff like, "Should Liverpool be considered?" Blah blah blah. So when we get back and the next 5 games, if you win them all, then they'll start speaking like we're leading into Christmas. Yeah. This is Liverpool, blah blah blah. But manager's done the right thing. Some might think it's a smart thing in terms of like just managing the situation. I actually think he just believes what he's saying, that he hasn't done anything yet. He believes Liverpool's a top team. He believes he's got a top team of players. So in his head, is like, well, that's standard. That's the standard. We should be doing what we're doing now, and that's why anytime someone says you had a great start, he says, "Well, beating Nottingham would have been great." This is right, but it doesn't mean that we can't be happy as fans and look forward. But he is right. We actually haven't. We've done good stuff in game, but we've actually done nothing different to what we would have done because we should have beaten all these teams that we played. Yeah, I mean, not like it's a given, not like the other teams are not good in that, but we should have beaten them. If you had to write down on paper what teams would you beat, we would have put to all of them. Every one of them, by the way, including AC Milan and Bologna and that. Going into the next 5 to 10, they're the ones where you start going, yeah, we should win this, draw there, win this. Probably wouldn't put a loss on any of them, to be honest, because we don't lose that many games. But you would start picking like, oh yeah, could draw against Brighton there, could draw against City. But
let's do that then, bro. Let's do it, bro. You know what I mean? We've got these other 10 games coming up. This is going to be an interesting 10 games. There are 2 ways I look at this. There's going to be, this is the measuring stick people are going to use to then cuss on a slot in terms of whether it's good or not. This is the measuring stick they're going to use now and go whether the team is good or not, or individual players are good or not. Or the opposite way. They're just going to be like, no, we've got an amazing team. It's not going to be in the middle. It's going to be, we're great or we're shit. I don't think we're going to be in the middle after these 10 games.
So was that 6? Is that 6 Prem games? No, 5 Prem games and 5 Cup games, isn't it?
5 and 5.
Might have to break it down then because
Sorry,
obviously
six,
Prem's a little bit different.
Is it? No, sorry, 5.
Yeah, one of the Brighton ones is a Prem. Villa's a Prem.
6.
Arsenal, Chelsea, yeah, Man City. Yeah.
6 and 4. 6 and 4. 6 home and 4 away.
Well, first of all, I'll just say that if there was going to be a draw in there, because I'm not going to put a loss in there, so if there was going to be a draw there, I'll take it in the Champions League.
Let's chat. You guys can throw it in as well. If you guys want to get involved, throw down and I'll read them out as well. Put down your what you expect in terms of for these games. So whether it's a win or a loss, just put the team initial down. I'll get it all. Obviously, we started with Chelsea, so I'll understand where you guys are going with it because I'd love to know what you guys think as well. We'll break it down one at a time, and then man, we'll head out of here and we'll get to the Premier League bit at the end there. Chelsea game. That's our next Premier League game. We're at home. I see the way Chelsea play. They're very attacking. Defensively, they're not that great. When you watch them on transition, they're always open, but they have got good attacking players that could score goals or cause us harm. Is that a win for us?
I'm going to Liverpool win.
Cool.
What do you think?
I think after the international break, we're not good. We've shown that we've just something after the international break. We don't seem at it, and yeah, there's just something about it, man. I just think that as bad as they are defensively, I don't think they're going to be so bad. Like they still have they're not Man United bad. Where I'm like, yeah, you can pop these guys. I don't think it can be that tight.
Bear in mind though, G, doesn't because when we say win, I'm not saying you're doing this. It doesn't need to be like a confident, like them comfortable wins, like a 3-0. It could be like
like if I said win, I'll just say win. Yeah. No.
3 points. You know what I mean?
I just think that I don't know if we can keep them out, and I don't know how many they could potentially score in this game. That's just how I look at this game. So I just look at it as they will score. How many? I have no idea. Like I couldn't tell you a scoreline right now. So yeah, I'll go with draw.
Instead, I see all wins.
I hope so. Yeah,
that could be 7 losses from Lord Jesus, blood. Yeah, Liverpool win versus Chelsea.
Even I'll start looking at him funny after 7 losses.
Chelsea are dangerous. Palmer is genuine star from songs.
Yeah, he's good, man, but he's one guy, man.
Chelsea is like, yeah. I see you, man. Pretty much.
The thing is, I've watched them. I think they played Nottingham on the weekend and played Brighton the game before that. And even though the scoreline against Brighton, within that scoreline, when Brighton would leak a chance, they would leak one straight back, but it's just that the Brighton weren't finishing their chances. And then Nottingham, I would say that not against Chelsea, you got the draw in it, but I think Nottingham should have won the game, but they didn't.
True.
I don't.
Just looking at the way we play now, defensively, we look sound.
That's what I was gonna say. The way we play should shut them down, bro.
Yeah, we're not like gung ho in it, but yeah. All right.
I actually think if we play the way we were playing seasons before against this Chelsea, it'd end up being a basketball game, bro, and it'd probably be 5-4 and stupidness like that. Like how they played City last season, it was 4-4. I think it would go back and forth, but I think we'll make it boring. If it wasn't at home, a little bit different, but
true.
Make it as boring as possible, man. Leipzig away to them, Champions League.
Win. I think we win that game.
Yeah,
that's one of them though. Do not start that game slow, boy.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to see Sesko and them, man. Just allow it, bro.
Yeah, just start on and just let them take. Arsenal away, Emirates away.
Loss. I think it'll be tight, but I think they'll just about beat us in that game.
I think we're better attacking than them. Defense is kind of matched at the moment. Midfield's going to be a battle, I guess, but
easy win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Liverpool win still.
I'm thinking a draw, but I hear the win, and I can also
draw at the Emirates ain't a bad result to be fair, but
yeah, I'm thinking a draw. I've seen and said easy win. That's to do with the Leipzig one. No,
I don't think it'll be easy.
2-1 Leipzig get in.
It definitely be easy, but they're better. Then it won't be easy.
They're better than AC Milan. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they're better than AC Milan. I'm Milan,
you know, like that. So it might not be as easy as you as you think?
When we come out of that run, we're still on top of the Premier League. The media will start saying that LFC are challenging. Yeah, as long as the manager keeps doing what he's doing, they might not even say that, bro. It might just go, yeah, I still don't see it, and then we're like 6 points ahead. I'm like, yeah, don't see it, but that's good, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, for me, I think maybe a draw. I think for this game, however, though, and I know preseason is preseason, but just to see how we play defensively against them and how lackluster they look for ideas. And I was like, bro, okay. So if you actually have the quality to do the defensive job, you can make them look lost of ideas or lack of ideas. And then we in turn have players that we can go up the other end and punish them. So that could be a part to play. I feel like if we go basketball game, they could punish us. They have players that will punish us. Set piece is going to be an issue. We have to make sure we're on job for that one.
They were the only thing is in the preseason they were missing people in it.
Rice, Saliba.
Yeah, see, they're straight away, bro. Like
Rice, Saliba, and who else? There was one. I'm sure there was another one.
Saka. Yeah, see, it's like the spine, bro. So,
but it's also the context to that game is that we only went defensive for one half.
Yeah,
I can't see
was
us
actually
being
really
defensive
good
for a full game.
Yeah. It's like Reece Nelson on the right hand side in that game.
Yeah, Reece Nelson, Martinelli. Can't remember who played up front.
Gabriel Jesus.
Jesus. Kai Havertz was away with Germany, weren't he? So yeah.
Havertz played in midfield.
Oh, Havertz did play. Oh, shit.
Havertz, Partey, and Odegaard played in midfield, and then Zinchenko, Gabriel, Kivior, and Ben White started. And then they had like that other goalkeeper that no one knows.
Oh, okay, the other one in goal.
Yeah.
So, like, kind of just looking at that, and we were missing, you'd say, possibly the whole first, like the main stairs, or not really. Virgil there?
We played like Carvalho and that in that game. We played Carvalho, Jota, Salah, played Harvey, Szoboszlai, Curtis, and then we played Tsimikas, Van der Berg, Quansah, Bradley, and Kelleher. So our back line wasn't our regular back line. It was literally the whole second string, including the goalkeeper. So yeah, you're probably right, man. It was probably they missed 3, we missed quite a few players, and especially the defense. I just look at their games, what they've had and what we've had, and they've struggled a lot more than us. They've got the victory, so fair play to them, and that's the main thing. But we haven't struggled for any of our victories, bro. We've won the game. There's been a part in the game where the other team's attacked, but we ain't struggled for the victory. We ain't had to claw one out at the last minute. Arsenal had to claw one out at the last minute against Leicester. Yeah, I mean, it was down to Southampton and that. Like, theirs is a little bit different to us. So, I'm gonna be brave in that, man. I'm gonna say Liverpool's gonna beat them. Still, I think we'll get.
It'd be good to beat them.
But you are right, though. One, I'll take the draw if I have to, but we do have to. The set pieces,
these teams,
set piece is not a joke, bro, for Arsenal, bro. It's like
it's not.
I don't even love the way they take their set pieces, bro. So stop that.
We got two strong guys in the box for that to kind of
They're gonna have to, bro. I'm talking about Ibu and Gabriel, bro. I can just see either way. I can see one of them giving a penalty away, bro. Just each other.
I'll be real, like having Ibu and Virgil. I can't even lie. I don't think that makes any difference because I keep saying I'm not looking at Gabriel or Saliba to score anything like that because they'll be clever enough to understand that when you're coming up against Liverpool, if they've got Ibu and Van Dijk, what they're going to try and do is pin Ed Van Dijk or an Ibu on our best header of the ball, which is Gabriel, clearly by the amount of goals that he scored, right? Okay, they're the best team, in my opinion, in the Premier League when it comes to set pieces. Let Liverpool be dumb and just worry about Gabriel. Guess what?
No, I'm not. I'll just pick the best at headering. I was going to say Havertz as well. Of course, you have to.
Yeah, I was just about to say Havertz. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got other players like who can
Gabriel
really
scored.
hurt you.
When we played him in the cup and won, he's the one who scored the header, right?
He's the one who scored exactly.
They always, but I get what you mean, though.
Scored 2, and one of them was offside, and then he done it again. So,
I get what you mean, though, in terms of they can shift it, but based on what they've done this season, for some reason we've watched a lot of Arsenal games. I don't know why, but that's who you've just seen, bro. That set piece where they block the goalkeeper, and then run round, and then I'm just like, surely, bro, you man not watching the tapes because we're seeing it. Don't let them block your goalkeeper, bro. So I don't
Kelleher,
know.
I'm gonna need you to, because you know what I'm saying. Sometimes I look at Kelleher, I'm like, I don't know, man. You don't give me man vibes. Like I need you to, you know what I'm saying. I need you to bully.
I think we've seen so much of Arsenal because they've played most of the better.
They play the big teams, yeah.
So we've seen quite a lot of them.
Brighton away, that's in the cup, and then we got them straight after 3 days later in the league. So I'm
gonna say win in the cup and draw in the Prem.
I
I'm
would
gonna go the other
rather
way
go
around.
the other way. I would rather just lose the cup and win the Prem one.
No, because if you lose
Yeah,
the cup, if you lose the cup game, you get knocked out, bro. It's over with.
I know,
No,
man. I don't know.
yeah, I don't want to lose,
You're
but
asking me to sacrifice one, Savage, innit?
Yeah, but I didn't say lose. I said
Oh,
win.
you said
and
draw.
Yeah. Listen, remember, I picked Arsenal. I picked to beat Arsenal. So
Okay, so now you're going. Okay, vice versa.
that's why I have to sacrifice the point, safe on it. But I'm not doing this getting kicked out of cups and then finishing empty-handed. I'm not interested, bro. So yeah,
Winning the cup.
because that's the FA Cup, innit? Or was it the League Cup?
League Cup.
No, it's League Cup.
League Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not getting kicked out of the League Cup that close, bro.
It's gonna.
2-3 games after that, you're in the final, bro. I'm not.
Do you know what? It's going to be interesting because we have to play each other back to back here. That means there's going to be some sacrifices made for the starting lineup for one of these games.
We know what happened last time. We kept having Brighton and Wolves back to back. They mashed us up.
I think we lose the cup game but win the Premier League game, though.
Oh my god.
I just think that you know what I mean. I couldn't care less about the league, as in I'd rather you just get knocked out. Man, will focus. On
you made it clear, G. We understand.
The home game.
Yeah, no, bring it up every show.
The home game, I feel like we'll beat them because of what you guys said about the way that they played against like Chelsea. I feel like it'll be like something like that. The away game is where I'm looking at thinking it's not going to be our starting 11, so it's going to be rotated. Listen, all I know, they're going to rotate.
Don't you think they'll probably change their team as well?
Honestly, Savage, I have no idea, bro. Like with them, I don't know. For all I know, he might just play mental massive man. And
weird one.
Play strong in that game and just go a bit weak.
It's a weird one because I like their manager. Yeah, he's a bit stubborn in the high line thing, but you know what it is with Liverpool. If I trust the man them to be on transition to be absolute killers, then we smoke them. I'm talking about like 5-0 and that, bro. If the man them do that, what they was doing last season and that, where on transition they're hitting the post and that, bro, it's a long day because you see, bro, once they decide to start playing football, they'll bop the ball they bop the ball around so quick, bro. And Matoma's on it, you know. He's not like the injury's shifted now. He's on it, bro. Smoky settings and that, bro. And then the bench is pretty good. They had Estepinian and Enciso on the bench, bro, chilling. Hey, man.
And obviously, with these kind of predictions, there could be a lot that happens in between those period of time.
Yeah. Like, we're making closer to the games and that.
So yeah, we're just speaking it from like a hindsight, you know, no injuries, nothing. Teams are in form, kind of thing. But yeah, there could be injuries and suspensions, bro. That can play a massive part in that. Leverkusen, I'm looking forward to this one.
I was about to say that bottom 5 teams, boy. Jesus, bro.
I'm looking forward for that Leverkusen game, man. That's you know what I mean. What are you man thinking? What are you guys in the chat thinking though?
Based on
slyly, I'm going draw.
Based on Leverkusen
like
season, the way they've started the season, I'm going Liverpool win. I don't think they're gonna do, because they've been doing the clawback thing again, bro. But obviously last season it was like in the 97th minute. Now it's like in 88th. I don't think
the way that they play though.
I think Anfield they don't claw it back against us if we go ahead of them, and I think we will. Ruffle Alonso a little bit, man. Welcome to Anfield and that. Yeah, I mean, it's not a Legends game, pussy.
Yeah, I don't want us to be doing the whole nicey thing when he comes, you know.
I've won all of that, bro. Don't be singing those songs and that, clapping for him and that.
Yeah, hostile blood, hostility, players and that. You know what I mean? We have to make these teams.
And Slot, bro. You say you turn Liverpool down and that, blood. So Slot could get the job. I hear it still.
Man said Slot was telling the ref to, you know, F off and that, bro. You know,
bro, that shit was killing me, bro. I don't know what happened to Slot in the last game. He lost all composure, blood. We thought he was some stern you on the sideline that don't have no emotion. He was telling man to F off and that, screwing on tackle. I was like, Rob, where did this come from?
Realize his team was getting.
It's always been there, bro.
It's there when you realize the injustice of 15 tackles, 11 tackles to what, bro?
The way he done that, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if this man could grow corners, blood. I swear. You know the man that just bicked it because he could, like R. Kelly, bro. I don't trust him.
Yeah, just bicked it all off.
Nah, if I see man with like,
because remember when Skirtle and Konchesky just did up the Skirtle and Konchesky just had hair, bro. I was like, raw, you did.
Yeah, Skirtle was, but then he was in Turkey for a bit, so I kind of understood slightly.
But tell me about Konchesky, bro. This geezer just said,
Konchesky as well. I feel like I'm sure.
Yeah, we know who Marbury stuff. It's Virgil still. That's the one that's, I mean, making sure it doesn't grow back in that. Big settings.
Okay, I know I'm cooking the fan base on that, but fuck, I really don't like him. Don't you think our fan base is a bit moist of a slut, bro? Like, he does something, and man are like, oh my God, I told you that slut was ruthless. I'm like, yeah, just made a sub, blood. Calm down.
I hear it the other side though, Sab. I hear that it's more, he has to be careful. That's what I get. I never get the
oh my God. Who said that the other day?
Always hear like he has to be careful.
I think someone sent a super chat into Coppish, and they said that he needs to be careful. Because, okay, this is what he said after the game, innit? Bear in mind, I watched the interview. So he was speaking to Crouch and Cole, innit? And I was asking him about the game and stuff like that. And then he was like, laughing, by the way. He was laughing, and he said, we should have put a few more chances away. And then there's like, oh, yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, Crouchy, I bet if you had that header, you would have scored, innit? And then Crouch was like, yeah, of course, that's my thing. I love it. He was on about Jot's header, innit? And then he was like to Cole, and I bet if you had the other chance, you would have scored, innit? He was like, yeah. He was laughing, yeah. After the super chat got sent in, all of a sudden everyone's agreeing, yeah, he does need to be careful though, because calling out man on live TV, like say it in the changing room, calling out man on live TV. You think that Jota don't know he missed them sitters? What are you talking about? If anything, bruv, that is good man management. He's laughing. He could go, bruv, he can go back into the locker room and say, Jota, see, I saved your skin out there, bruv. I like to laugh about it because really, you're a dickhead for missing them chances. 1-1-0. That's a man manager, blood. Don't be telling me about his throw man. He ain't, bruv, he's not ruthless at all. He's not Conte, blood. Yeah, no. He's a good manager, bruv, who's very smart. And he knows, he thinks ahead, and it's like, yo, I need to make these changes, bruv. If I can see something looks like it's going to happen, let me just make the change now. But let me not be reactive on it. Let me be proactive. He ain't like, people making him out like he's some absolute killer, bruv. Like he's really the kingpin, bruv. Like he's Wilson Fisk on the sideline. Nah, he's a good manager, bruv.
He just understands. You're right, man. He just not even predicting. He just understands what his players are like and what is required to be a man manager, bro. And he just does. He does it like he lets you know it's not good enough, but it's fine for now. But it's still good. It's all right, bro. But you know, he actually
does what we do, bro. And I'm not saying because we think we're better than everyone. He actually does what we do. But when everyone says, "Oh, we won," blah blah blah, I'm like, no, you're not getting it. If you watch the watch along or you see what we were happy that we won, we're very excited. But now we're analyzing the game. Let's talk about this, and this, because as you see, these 10 games you put up, if that happens against Leverkusen, that's a goal, bruv. Yeah. If you give 𝑵𝑬𝑾𝑺 the ball there, that's top bins, bruv. You give Vinny the ball there, it's top bins, bruv. What are you talking about? Oh, that's Haaland, that's a goal. So it's not, you know what I mean? It's just an analysis. It doesn't mean that we're, you know what I mean? Well, it's not happened to blah, blah, blah. No, it's just analysis, bruv. It's nothing serious. We can't read the future. Hopefully, every result that we've just picked out, we're wrong and they're just all wins. I would love it.
Exactly. Villa, home one.
Oh, we're at home, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, Villa's actually been better away this season, but
do you know it's crazy because Villa is a good team, but we do well against them.
We do. And last season, the season was already done when they got the draw on it. We were beating them up in that game as well. Quansah scored on it.
Yeah.
And then they brought Jarell off the bench and he scored 2 goals in like 3 minutes.
That deflected one still, I couldn't believe it. Man shot and he just blocked, but just looped the goalie. It's going to be a tough game against them. Villa, but we should win.
I think our tactics kill them.
Yeah.
If you watch the Man U game and that, bro, like there's not in a bad way. They're not arrogant, but you see the confidence of some of the players is creeping in, thinking like they can just do this week in, week out. So I was watching Morgan Rogers in that game, and I love him. I liked him at West Brom and Middlesbrough as well. But you know when every now and again it will bring you back down, like you was only in the Championship not longer. Relax, blood. Against Man U, he was trying to do what he did against Arsenal, where he ran through their team, and like that worked on that day. But it's the Prem, innit? It's not going to work every week, and they just kept losing the ball, bro, making the wrong decisions, bro. And as soon as that started, and then Bailey was making the wrong decisions and that, brother. Then every time Watkins made a run, they weren't playing him in. Now, don't get me wrong. By the time we play with it, they might be back on it. But I think the high of Bayern Munich going into that game, you know what I mean? And looking at that's the thingy there. If we've got Leverkusen, then they've got somebody on that week. Because remember, they play in the Champions League now. So depending on whoever that is team, I think we'll beat them, bro. Yeah, I think we'll beat them.
And then you've got Southampton. We all expect that to be a win.
Yeah, they're the potential of banana peel. So you just need to make that one boring and finish them off. But I think we kill them. I think we kill them in that game, to be honest, bro.
And then we get to the 2 interesting back-to-back games. Both of them at home. So like looking at these teams, Chelsea at home, Arsenal's the only one you go, okay, cool. Brighton at home, Leverkusen at home, Villa at home, and then we come to the back-to-back game, Real Madrid and Man.
I just checked their fixtures. Villa's got that week when we got Leverkusen, they got Bruges.
Oh, fuck's sake! That's a smoke. They're smoking them, you know that.
Yeah. They'll probably rest them, man, on that million.
Yeah, rest them, man, and smoke them, man. They're still. But yeah, like the good thing is most of the difficult games we have them at home. So Real Madrid, Man City back to back, bro. I don't know what you do in this one. You
have to play your best teams both times, bro.
I still think we'll rotate. I still think we'll rotate based on, I don't know, form, maybe seeing how we do.
I think what we can afford to do, we can afford to rotate like Nunes and Gakpo because they're both good enough.
Yeah.
Afford to rotate Tsimikas and Robbo, maybe depending on if they're both in form, you can.
Yeah,
Robbo starts season very good, and Tsimikas seems to be picking up a little bit. You can afford. You could. Okay, no one's gonna like it, but you could afford to do Jota and Nunes because I'm taking off this season, innit? So Nunes ain't missing no sitters this season, so I'm taking off that. Jota has been sitters this season, and his pace will cause both teams problems, bro.
Because of how they play, and they're gonna leave gaps and stuff in behind.
Midfield, sorry, Gravenberg, you're gonna have to play both games. Sorry.
Yeah, Gravenberg, sorry, bro. We might have to bring you off maybe around 70
you have to play both games.
Like,
and Curtis can switch between games. Like
Harvey will be back around these times as well, I think. So could have him.
Yeah. Bring on Harvey against Man City, man. They might be a fun blood, but you know what I'm saying.
Chiesa could be, you know what I mean? Obviously, he's gonna have this break now as well. So he could be in a better shape, better position as well, maybe to get a rotation in for one of these ones. Can't hate G if you're talking to us.
No, I was saying, I forget. I'm sorry, I was on mute. I forget about Chiesa sometimes. He just seems like one of those players who are just there. Like, hopefully he can get games, of course. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
We did sign him, but you know, right now I'm kind of like, yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, if you come in, do your thing.
Big on Max, but Southampton's not our bogey team, but the Beatles when Ralph Thingy was there, Hassan Hootle, the one time.
They were on it that day, though. To be fair,
yeah. Because he started
crying in that.
And then after that, like we've just smoked them every time.
3-0, 4s.
Yeah, I think since that day we won 2-0, 4-0, 2-1, and then 3-1, and then 4-4. That was the end of the season. And then before that game, we won 2-1, 4-0, 3-1, 3-0, 2-0, 3-0. And then 0-0 was 2017. We drew twice against them. They're not a bogey team. It's
just feels like that because it's always one game, always last that.
Yeah. There's loads of teams that feel like that, and it like because of one game you remember, you think that they're a bogey team.
Crystal Palace.
Palace, honestly, and we always beat them, bro. It's just the odd games that you just.
That's what happened when we was thinking. You know when like Bournemouth was coming up, like Bournemouth. I'm like, big man. The Bills that season after we beat Man U 7-0. But apart from that, bro. The last win before that was the one was like 3-2 or something. We made a highlight of it on this. While ago, blood. Yeah, bogey team. Man U's a bogey team. Apart from when we spoke at Old Trafford, that's normally the bogey, bro.
Do you think Liverpool have a 10 problem with Sobbo and Jones' decision making? I'll get to that one, blood. I'll get to that.
What did you pick for the results of the last?
Beat Real Madrid, beat Man City. I'm going both wins, bro. I reckon we'll win both of these games.
Let's wait and see, man.
So, G, you're not going to say anything?
Nah, G, don't be a pussy, bro. You know what I mean? But let's wait and see. Wait and see.
I think we beat Real Madrid. I think we beat Real Madrid and we draw to City. Only because I'm thinking that Madrid's injuries are starting to pile up a bit. I saw Militao he's injured. I don't know. Obviously, by this time, I have no idea if he could be all back by this time. If they are back, then we ain't beating Madrid. But if they are injured, then
the big miss is Carvajal, bro. And this is, bro. I promise you, no one's gonna think that he's the guy. And I realize when people are like, "Oh, Trent goals, he starts," and I'm like, interesting. You don't realize how good this man is, bro. Not only as a leader, bro, but as a defender and getting forward. And they utilize him in build-ups. And okay, you see him not playing?
because
Diaz,
because these
whoever
are
Diaz gets on that side is going to be it.
because if you say that way, but I
be
can
bad.
see
Nah,
it.
Diaz is cooking, man. On that side.
Vasquez,
Could be Lucas Vasquez or Fran.
yeah, and that's when he would
Vasquez
just
is a
turn
good
into
player, but he's quick in it. I just always utilize him as being someone that has speed.
no, but and that's where I feel like it would just be something like that. But either way, I just think that by these next that bottom 5 row of teams that we've got to face, by that point, I just think that a lot. You said it before, man. A lot could be happening. Players coming back, players being injured, suspensions, form. I don't know. Like those last 2 games, they're the 2 best teams in the world. So you beat those 2 guys, then yeah, I mean we're in business. But I just think it's going to be tricky against both of them, regardless. I just can't.
What row would you rather get the best result out of if you had to choose which row, the top one or the bottom one?
If I had to, what? Sorry.
If you had to choose what row you'd want the best results from, what row do you want, the top one or the bottom one?
For banter purposes, the top row. For my purpose, I'd say the bottom row. Because banter purposes, Chelsea fans and Arsenal fans, you can fuck off. But for bottom, like we're being serious. Like, yo, you men are real contenders. That's that bottom row. Because
bearing in mind, I'm not saying we're going to lose all the top ones and win all the bottom ones. It's like
I know what you mean. No, I know.
Generate the best result. Which row?
No, it would be the bottom because you say that, like, really and truly, the bottom row has the harder teams to face. If I'm being Leverkusen, Real Madrid, City versus really Chelsea, Arsenal. Like I would rank that bottom row as and Villa as well. I all forgot Villa was even in there. Villa as well. That's not an easy game, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I think that bottom row, that's where I look at those teams and I'd be judging him more, but for banter purposes. And I don't want to hear Arsenal fans chat shit at all. I hope we slap them 8-0 or whatever, but you know, they're a good team, so I just don't see that happening.
So
okay, we're done. Let's move on.
no, what row, bro? What row? Top row, bottom row? Which one would you prefer us to get?
Top row because there's the same amount of Prem games in there, but again, if you beat Brighton in the cup, you advance in it. Whereas the Champions League one is in a group format, and we've won every game so far. So not that we wanted, but you could afford to lose a game there. Whereas you can't in the League Cup's over, innit? So
because you got the 2 Champions League ones in there as well, and you get those. That puts you on, let's say, 4 wins. Say if we drop points against Leipzig, but at least you got 4 wins and a draw, for an example.
Exactly. So
hey, you bloody, you know what I mean? I need to smoke Madrid, bro. That's the one I can't wait for, bro. I swear that.
I don't know, but you see, smoking Madrid. I don't know. It doesn't feel the same.
In just my inner feelings towards that team, I need us to smoke them.
Yeah, listen,
smoking doesn't mean like in terms of it doesn't have to be like 5. I'm not like, you know, when they look lack of ideas, that's what I need. Where they're like, oh my days, what's going on, bro? We can't get down here, we can't break that. And then every time Liverpool attack, they're like, Jesus Christ, like these men could score. That's
and you know the annoying thing about Madrid is, someone said it there before. That's Liverpool's bogey team. You do not beat Real Madrid, and when you do, I think that was like 2009, and that. Like, that's an actual bogey team, a team that you just can't defeat. So I would want to beat them for that purpose. I'm like, bro, I'm tired of facing Madrid. And man can never beat these brothers, bro. Like, ever. Like, it just seems like it was time ago since man really, you know, beat Real Madrid and stuff like that.
So it was last time we beat them.
So, there you go.
Our last games against Madrid have been, they won 1-0, they won 5-2, they won 1-0, 0-0, they won 3-1, they won 3-1, they won 1-0, they won 3-0, they won 4-0, they won 1-0.
That's a bogey team, bro.
The last win for us was 2009, 1-0. That was
1-0, sorry, yeah. Then the 5, what was it, the 5-0 at the Anfield, didn't it?
1-0, then 4-0. That was it. The same.
Yeah, the saying with it Gerrard and then man, they just cooked up. No.
A little bro man too much, bro. Like, man,
we need something in more recent memories.
That's the thing, man, because after that season, we had like 5 years off playing them, but the next time we played them was in the final, and since that day, we've just been getting mashed up.
Hey, Sam, just for us as Liverpool fan base, just as us as Liverpool fan base, just so we know exactly what Red for Life is saying here. You know what I mean? We need to know where your loyalties lie. Stop. Just say you want Liverpool to smoke Madrid. Say it.
First of all, just let you know that when we beat Barca 4-0, N said he wanted Barca to win. So just let it out there. Anyway,
Nah, Sav, you can't.
and
Nah,
you,
Sav.
no, you did, and you said you said that they got knocked out.
Why
Anyway,
are we bringing up other stuff? We're talking about you and Madrid.
no, I'm just waiting.
Providing context, I guess.
Yeah,
Bro, man can't even stay on content. Just
That's what you said. You were sad. I don't know why.
Let's have the question is.
I hear it, but this doesn't need to be a question. I did a watch along when we played them 5-2. When we lost 5-2 to them. Just watch the watch along, bro. You'll see.
But the people that can't go back that far, so we're here now. We're in the present. We're in the moment. To say you want Liverpool to, you know what I mean, smoke Madrid.
Yeah, I want Liverpool to win, bro. Of course I do.
No. That's not
The choice of words there, but okay, no. Yeah, I wanted to win.
I don't think smoking is necessary. I just think we need a win, bro. You know what I mean?
Smoking.
No, I hear it though. I hear it.
You don't think you 1-0 on a VAR decision? I'll take that. I mean, we'll take that.
Okay, so all right, say less, bro. Premier League table as it lies, man. Still top of the table. International break now. Can chill, relax. I don't know if you guys have any content you guys are planning to do. I've got one, which is obviously the members video. Guys, if you want to become a member, there's even a new tier now. You know, I'm not going to say the word savage normally used, but yeah, guys, there's another tier now. If you guys just want to support the channel,
if the brokers, we've got another one.
No, that's not what I said. But yeah, guys, if you want to become a member, tune in. We do a members video every week. It's a live one, and we react to all the channels, and you know, we can have a Q&A as well. We chop it up. Any questions you guys want to have? Honesty's been there. There's a few guys that's been in there. Kel's obviously. Saint has been up in there. There's bare people. There's a few guys that's normally chopping it up with us. So if you guys want to be a member, come in and chop it up for that one. That one's a bit more lighthearted. We can chill, vibe out. It's normally a late one as well, you know what I mean? And we can react to what the other channels have been saying as well, man. But yeah, if you guys got any shows popping up today, tomorrow,
I got nothing planned, but how long is international break? 2 weeks or a week?
I think it's a week and a half, I would say, because we got 2 games. So normally we play at the weekend, midweek, and then we're back in the Prem, aren't we?
Okay. I'll just check my other channels on it. There ain't gonna be no football content really, so the other channels I'll put stuff out on there. Just looking at this, man. So if we win, there were 6 games in the thing, so it'll be 36 points we'll be on if we win all the games.
Yes.
You know what's crazy, bro? 36 points, and that means it will be 13 games in. 13 games is not a lot of games, but for some reason it feels like it would be in.
Because you're close to 20, aren't you? You're close to 20 when you're on that 13. So then once you get to the 20 mark, you're like, okay with this.
Yeah, because I guess that 13 is nearly, I mean, the proper maths I'm not going to do because there's some points in that, but it's nearly like a third of the season, isn't it? You got 2/3 left after that. If there was 39 games, of course. But
and then plus you would have played everyone as well, so that means you kind of understand.
That's what I said to you the other day. I'm not making until we played every team. That's when I mean, and in that period we would have played all the top teams as well, man. So it'd be interesting, man. And that's when you'll see the media change and Liverpool. Don't sleep on Liverpool. We didn't, you did, but that's what they're gonna do.
We didn't.
We were calm and collected, man. G, big up, man. And said, yeah, he's become a member, guys. As G just did, man.
And like Jesus and that. Okay,
you know what I mean. Let's vibe out, man. Let's, you know.
I put money in my account. I said, hey, come on, we got to support the
G, I appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean. Thank you. Much appreciated, man. But yeah, big up to everyone that's been a member, man. You know, guys, listen, it's straightforward. You know what I mean? If you don't want to miss the content, jump in there because that shit is funny as well, man. Especially when we react to a few. And also, what I want to do, I showed G something earlier, Sav. I'm going to bring it up in the members video as well. There's a certain guy that thought he could draw me out still.
Okay,
yeah. So I'll bring it up in there.
So I know who it is, bro. In the comment section.
Well, it was in the comments, but man, direct message.
Yeah, name begins with a G in that.
No, not that. Idiot,
okay. Safe. I thought it was that one.
No, not that idiot, bro. There's another one still.
Yeah, man. But man, them jump over there, man. The Latinos over there, bro, with big cheeks, blood. So I think that's like everyone should promote their membership videos, bro. Just lie, just tell them there's gal over there, but.
They said the man money turn up for this.
I don't like
see the members start flying up, boy. Just
yeah, but for one night only, just recruit Monica and Kim for a thumbnail. You know what I mean? But then you remember, bro, some of the certain man that went dormant, bro. But when them two came in, like, they came back. Like, said, oh,
Yeah, no, it's true. Man, them would turn up when the girls were.
that man was just turning up to see Monica and that. But like, bro, they wouldn't say hello to us or nothing. Does where's Monica? She's like, yeah, I'm gone.
Bro,
Yeah, remember, bro, man. Man just aired us like that. Don't even. Oh yeah, where is so and so? Oh, so good afternoon to you as well, bro. You right?
Even bro, that's how mad it was. Even Cav's brother came on and calling, bro.
Yeah,
I remember you guys. Yeah, I remember you guys.
Man
saying,
never called, bro.
yeah.
Bro, Cav's brother never called in to say hello to me and ends in his life, bro. We didn't even know he existed, bro.
Folks, Cav was an only child, boy. He too dead.
Bro, he called in. I said straight away, I was like, bro, where are you from, bro? You sound like Cav. He's like, oh yeah, I'm his brother. I'm like, what? That came out of nowhere and that.
Big up, man. Listen, man, we're back with the members one. I think I'm gonna schedule it for either tomorrow or the day after. So Wednesday or Thursday, I'll schedule it for, man. I'll see if I can get any clips from the conversations, man. But yeah, now I'll bring it up in that side. We can dissect it, man. You know what I mean? I'll bring up my DMs and that, and I'll show you. I'll show you anyway before that, but we'll chop it up then. Yeah, bro. I told you, man. Some of these guys just, you know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. I don't know, man. It is what it is, man. Say because man are dormant and that they don't.
I saw them on the, I told you, but when I saw them on the other channel, looking at the comments, because I was watching the whole thing, and obviously you left me in the back office, and I was looking at the comment section, and I said, these man, yeah, I don't know where the Chesters come from, though. They're on there with their Messiah and that, but they want to run their mouth all of a sudden. It's crazy.
Yeah, it happens, man. It happens. And I have to just understand this is the world of media, blood. People are going to have chests for some moments, but when there's call-ins, they don't want to come on and have the chest, bro. Is what it is. But guys, man, listen, go and enjoy the rest of your evening, afternoon, whatever it may be. Yeah, man. Don't go and watch no more, you know what I mean, content, man. I'm joking. If you want to go and do that, do it, man. I'll advise you to go for a walk. Stretch the legs, man. Stretch the legs now, bro. You know what I mean? Sun's good, I think. Yeah, sun's all right. All right, man. Let's get out of here, bro. Peace out.